Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm LaReina Creole, of course, keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And speaking of keeping it real, welcome to the Resort Recon Live podcast. This is my in studio show when it comes to theme parks, and we go through all the latest theme park news that's on and popping, and also give you advice, also take questions from you guys in the audience. And we like to give you the unfiltered opinion so that you can make the best decisions for your theme park experience. So, as usual, it's a packed show of things to talk about. We like to banter, we like to gripe, we like to throw out, advice and stuff like that. But we're definitely going to be talking about the latest of what's going on with Disney. Like the swallows that return to Capistrano, right after the fiscal year ends, the prices go up. So we are going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Universal's Christmas offerings, actually. So they started talking about that. We're going to talk about that. And yes, we are also going to talk about, yet again, the Stardust Racers thing. Ben Crump and his lawsuit, which isn't really a lawsuit that's been filed yet. We'll talk about that circus a little bit later on. So before I get started, there are 24 of you guys here. I see you starting to filter in here between X. Make sure you heart that stream on X and retweet it as well. And if you're over there on YouTube, whether you're watching from my channel, whether you're watching from Tom's channel, whether you're watching from Erica's socials, definitely like, follow, thumbs up, all of that stuff, because the thumbs up is your price of admission, which is cheaper than anything you will ever get at Disney. So let me go ahead and bring in my fellow theme park aficionados. Let's see. I think Tom's ready. We'll bring him on in. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing okay, LaReina. How are you?
I'm doing well. Still getting used to the fact that it is not fall here at all.
Yes, it is.
And I'm happy with it.
It's. Hold on, I have a dog barking.
They're like, what about me?
Somebody's at the door.
Okay, yeah, that's what they like to do with it. Now, the Professor X does that. I mean, he doesn't bark, but if he knows there's somebody at the door, he just perks up and runs to the door and paces to the door. That's why I never have to really look out or listen for if the UPS guy or the FedEx guy or the Amazon guy comes by, because Professor X has already got it figured out.
Yeah.
Before I even get there. And he's like, hey, boxes for me to chew. I don't freaking get it.
Usually, the mic doesn't pick her up, but yeah. She was right outside the door this time.
Mm-hmm. You're like, they know where good things come from.
and she's got one of those half Chihuahua pit bull barks. You've heard her.
I have.
She didn't shut up the whole time you're here.
Bark when you sit down. Bark when you stand up. Bark when you move.
Yep.
It's so funny. I love her to death.
My brother and my sister-in-law are here, so yeah.
Well, speaking of people that I absolutely love to death, how you doing, Erica?
Doing good. Halloweening.
Halloween stuff.
Affecting.
I have to go dig the rest of my Halloween stuff out of storage, because I've got some of it up that I'm starting to, shake the dust out and hang up and stuff like that. And I'm like, do I need anything else? I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I say that now, but when they start dropping that stuff down to 80% off.
Oh yeah, it's the best time.
Yeah, that's when I'll be swarming through there.
Did you see the ones that Home Depot have?
Oh
yes.
me
and my brother really debated taking the dragon and that one big troll back. I'm sure the HOA would love that.
Oh, they would. Yeah, because that's the thing I
That thing's
hate
like 12
about
feet tall.
HOAs. You can't. It's like you can't be that yard. It's like you have to figure out the way around. The loopholes.
I'm
So
thinking to
that
get one,
HOA
putting it up there and
Karen.
saying, hey, it's just a blow up decoration. That's it. You can't do nothing about it.
Mm-hmm. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, let's see who we have got here in the chat with us. Let's see. We have got Kimberly Ann Knight. So good to see you, my dear. We have got Marilyn M. Hello, my darling. Says good morning, LaReina and chat. Good morning to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever y'all are watching us from. Sometimes I forget that we have an international audience that watches this show. So I kind of like to acknowledge that. Of course, Tom is here. And we've got Tina Beebe. Hello, my dear. Says, good Saturday afternoon, everyone. I've got stuff to do, so I'll mainly be in the background unless I hear something I've got to scream about. Girl, I do that too on certain people's streams. I'm just lurking. And when it's like, I got to say something, then I'll actually say something. Call that ninja watching.
Mhm.
Which is great. You would be surprised how many people they will put on like podcasts or long forms like this, not necessarily so they can view the video, but so that they can listen to it while they're doing other things. So
Oh yeah, I do that. I'll do that with
Mhm.
like pro. Make
Okay, I was gonna say, is it me? I lost Erica's audio for a minute. Or did I lose everyone's audio? Hang on.
Test. Is mine working?
Let's see. Did I lose audio? Shouldn't have.
Can you hear me?
Oh, this is funny. Why can I not hear everybody now? That's very, very weird.
I can hear you, LaReina.
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear Tom now. But I can't hear Erica. Can you hear
Can
Erica?
you get me?
Now
Now
I
I
can.
can.
Can you hear me
Now I
now?
can. Freaking StreamYard, you need to stop.
Well, it might cut out again. I've been having issues with this mic doing that. So there's something in my settings that's not setting well, apparently.
I will
They
say
never set well. It's a computer. It's a microphone.
I
Mhm.
think it
Has
gets
chips.
this mic mixed up with the wireless mic that I with this. So I need to disconnect this completely.
Sometimes it can be stupid, but you know what? It doesn't matter how long you've been in this game. You will eventually have that tech. I call it tech fart. What happened? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What happened? I dropped somebody.
I unplugged it. Maybe that'll work.
You're echoing. Is it me? Is it me? No, is it me? Okay, yeah, dude, it's definitely you. Okay, let's see. We have got Rambam 3000 here in the chat from across the pond. He says LaReina Creole, excellent. We have got Dylan Soup in the chat as well. Says, hey, LaReina, sup, chat and panel. What's up? Hello, Matthew. Says, hello, beautiful lady. Well, thank you so much, my dear. God bless you for that. The Stardust Racers flaw. I like how you say that. Flaw suit enrages me. I am so glad the internet is just roasting the lawyer, taking the case, and the family double dipping that settlement money / clout. Yes, we are going to talk about that. In case some people are not aware, if I seem particularly indignant, it's because I have been a party to a malpractice lawsuit.
Oh.
Because of my mother passing away, we did file a wrongful death lawsuit. It was settled out of court, but I have experience from the family side of having to deal with grief and making that decision to file a lawsuit and making sure that you hire a lawyer that's a freaking pit bull. And by when I say pit bull, I mean like doesn't matter what question you throw at him, he will make you seem like the biggest idiot because you can't find a flaw in his argument. That's the kind of lawyer, but does not appear Ben Crump is that kind of lawyer. Check his track record. I'm just saying. Fannie Willis Booty, hello, my darling, and so good to see you. Good to see you. Since you're the first one, we hit you with the OG. This is pathetic.
Join in, folks. It's yodeling time. Here at Lester's.
Elephant green screen effect.
Well, thank you, Fannie Willis Booty, for that $4.99 super chat. I sure do appreciate you, my dear. Says, I love seeing your channel on Saturday morning, LaReina. Thanks for the entertainment. Well, you are very, very welcome. I love Saturday morning cartoons as a kid. Saturday mornings, not so much when I had a job and I had to work at the mall, especially during Christmas. I freaking hated Saturday morning.
I hated those days.
I did too.
My son's in those days.
Having to deal with crazy people, old
Yeah,
Karen, bad
working.
because their credit card didn't go through.
Working retail at the electronics department. Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen. At least you guys have electronic credit card things. I had the ones you'd have to go back and forth with, and it would print.
Oh yeah, it was that one.
Remember
You had
those?
and then call it through at the
Yep.
same time, and
Or process actual WIC checks.
Oh my
And
god!
everything had to be separated, and you had to
Mhm.
double check to make sure the customer had with the items they were supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't miss it.
I don't.
Nope.
One of the best things that I remember about working retail during Christmas in high school was all the money so I could blow it on the after Christmas sale. I tell you, I was like, I freaking hate humanity.
So, what were you up in Philly at that time?
Yes.
I was in New Jersey at Willowbrook Mall.
Oh my gosh. I was in Philly and you know what? Dylan Soup is in the chat. Dude, I used to work at the Willow Grove Mall. Yeah.
So think about this. Do you know how all the New Yorkers and people would come in on a Sunday to the mall because Willowbrook was open and they didn't have any blue laws, where the other counties had the blue laws.
Yeah, where they weren't open on Sunday.
So they'd be like, hey, you're working Saturday and Sunday. And everybody was like, can we draw straws for this? It was like, oh my God.
It was nuts. It was nuts. I do not miss those days. But dang it did teach me something. That's how I'm so good at dealing with crazy people. Working a ball around Christmas. Rambam 3000 says, wow, that's a ZZ Top quality beard / sunglasses combo comment.
It's not close enough yet for the ZZ Top, but it's getting there.
Looking good.
The glasses are just blue blockers. The glasses are LaReina's fault.
Yeah, I did. I sent him down the Gunner Optics rabbit hole.
Oh gosh, that website is I could spend hours on there.
Isn't it? I'm like,
I like
really
your
nice.
avatar now, Erica.
Isn't that cute?
Halloween. It's my Halloween tar.
I love
This
it.
is my Halloween costume.
I love it. It looks so cool. It's so great. Jarrett, yeah, it's StreamYard. StreamYard. It's funny. StreamYard will pick whoever stream to mess with. And He'll do the, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Who's that person? Good seeing you, Zen Waters. And good to see you, Crouching Tyler Hidden Swift. That's Matt J for sure. How you doing right
Oh
there?
man,
Throw it
that
out.
took me up for a second.
All those member emojis. Golf cart, loop for life, loop for life. We may have to add throwdown at Publix is one too. We'll go on that story on Sunday. The biggest, meanest attack dog junkyard lawyer you can find. Yes.
Mhm.
And we did. We did. The kind of lawyer where they were just like, we do not want to go to a jury trial with this dude. I don't care what you do. Do not make us go into a courtroom with them. Now imagining Pitbull moonlighting as a lawyer. Well, he can't dance. He's one of the few Latinos who can't dance, but he might as well do something else. I don't know. Let's see. Sen Water says it's too bad Stardust Racers is in the news for this. It was my favorite ride when I went last month. Yeah, a lot of it is the how was this? You can pretty much sue anybody for anything at any time. And then you get some people who just want the publicity.
Yeah.
And that's it. And a lot of them prey on emotion because families they're vulnerable enough when you lose a loved one. But when you lose a loved one due to the apparent fault of someone else or something else,
Yep.
I can't even explain the state of mind that you're in. I didn't even know of something called Ativan until what happened to my mom.
Oh,
And the whole
geez.
family basically fell apart and no one could put one foot in front of the other. And then there's young grandkids who don't understand, why the grandmother is no longer around anymore. That was an absolute freaking mess. So I get it, having to deal with funeral homes, having to deal with lawyers, having to deal with all of that stuff. So trust me, there's a reason why I'm really indignant about this. The issue is not Stardust Racers. The issue is people not understanding their own risk.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And people not understanding that once you buy a ticket, that is a binding legal contract. Okay, just saying.
Now, if there was something, really wrong with the ride and they let it go and they were negligent, that's a different story.
That's totally different. Again, go watch which Final Destination was that? I think the one before the last one. Yeah. Stuff goes wrong. Joints don't work, shoddy, crappy job that's done, things like that. I worked Saturdays for 18 years, hated it. Girl, I hear you. You will when no one has those jobs anymore or any jobs. Long live our AI overlords. Yeah, unfortunately, AI is here to stay, and you have to learn how to basically make it your minion for the most part. When I was a kid, stores weren't open on Sundays. Yeah, some of them weren't. I think in like where I lived in Philadelphia, some of them had blue laws, but in the suburbs they didn't. So people would come out there. It was a big deal to be open on a Sunday. And I tried not to work a Sunday, even though I would get time and a half if I did, because it was Sunday. So sure. Hey Aldo, good to see you. Says, hey everyone. Hey everyone. Treat my least loved child for a cup of coffee.
Oh, man.
Funny. Oh my gosh, I hear you on that one. Okay, so 78 of you guys watching between here and YouTube and X. So glad you guys are here. It's Resort Recon Live podcast. We keep you guys informed. So let's see. Let's go with the first story, which is quite interesting. And when I say quite interesting, it is interesting for a reason. And why is it I am getting everything but not what I want? So weird. It's not what I want, folks. Okay, that's really pissing me off. I'm trying to switch to something and it's just looking at me like, what do you mean? We're not looking at that. Okay, here we go. All right, so first one coming to us from Ashley L. Carter. She's another theme park, I want to say theme park reporter as well here in Central Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis has appointed Walt Disney World President Jeff Vail to the University of Central Florida Board of Trustees. Now, this does not surprise me because Disney and pretty much any university in the Central Florida area, they have pull with. They donate a lot of money to. They will actively recruit at. I remember one time when I was in grad school, we had some kind of a banquet and we were reaching out to companies to buy tables and stuff like that. Disney bought a table. So this does not surprise me that he's on the board of trustees because this is how things go in academia. You get one of these companies with big pockets that can hire your graduates. It happens. So I'm not surprised. What it means for Disney, basically, it's good PR. But on the reality side of it, what it does is it gives the university more access, internships for their students. When I was there, I actually had to take a group of, well, they were undergrads. Undergrads? Yeah, they were undergrads. We actually took them to Epcot. Like we literally went backstage and Disney, paid for that and set that up. So I say that to say this. It really is a PR thing, but not out of the ordinary when it comes to Disney. If you go to the candlelight processional, usually the conductors will come from 3 places. Usually if it's the Orlando Orchestra, the directors at Rollins College, theirs, or University of Central Florida. So just a little info to let you guys know that I know personally. It's kind of like in have you ever seen the movie Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield?
I don't think so.
I don't know if you've seen that, but it's like he didn't have the grades to get into the college. So what did he do? He paid for a school of business.
Oh, wow.
And that's how he got in. So it's kind of like it's kind of like the same deal in a way. But I do know for sure that companies like Disney, Universal, Lockheed used to, I don't know how much, probably L3, a couple, probably Blue Origin and SpaceX as well. They will donate money and get on boards of trustees, looking for people to hire. They start looking like when you're a junior, actually, in college, in case some people don't know. All kinds of stuff they do. Hey, come over to our booth. Hey, come to our get to know us session. Mm-hmm. I like those because they always had good food. They know how to hook us. You got food and bags and gear and stuff. Yeah, you'll.
So the Disney table would have cupcakes?
Well, they didn't, but they should have. They should have. But yeah, I remember all of those because when I was in grad school, I know way, way, way back in the day, dinosaurs roam the earth.com, when that popped off, you had companies and recruiters who were actively picking students off at universities, especially if you were in grad school. That's why I'm a PhD dropout, because it basically said, hey, when I come for this company and I said, how many zeros is that?
Wow.
Forget school. Bye. Take my master's and leave. Yeah. It was bad, but it's also another way that companies wind up hiring HB1 candidates.
Mm.
That's the international students that are there. I'll have to do a video on that another day, because the joke was not the joke, but it was real. You're in engineering and you're in some kind, usually like calculus, physics, something like that. The TA never spoke English. We're like, what the heck is going on? Because they couldn't get research assistantships, so they give them teaching assistantships where they could barely speak English, not their fault, barely speak English to understand the students. So one time when I say slum in it because it was true, they cut the research assistantship, so I had to be a TA, a teaching assistant. When the students found out I could speak English and I was American, yeah, the fear of God was in them. Just like, what? Yeah. How you doing? Let's see. Native Hawaiian is in here. I see you. Says happy Saturday, all. And John the Beagle Dad, hello. Says good morning, folks. Ugh, puppy fatherhood sucks. I'm sorry. It's one of those days. Pretty soon I'll be.
Puppies are better than dealing with 3 unruly kids in a line that's really long. I'll get into that story later.
Yeah, I would have to agree, especially people who can't give their freaking kids in line. No, Rambo, I think I should clarify. English is not their first language. So you guys can all attest to this. You have people who English is not their first language, but they are fluent in English. And they can understand you very, very well. You will have some who know English, but they're not used to interacting with Americans and comprehending American English and customs and stuff like that. But most universities don't care about that. That's a pipeline. That is literally an HB1 pipeline. And they bring these international students in. And frankly, they are treated better than native students. I remember, I was in grad school. They were like, well, how come you don't have a Florida residency? I'm like, why do I need it? You guys are paying, my car was registered out of state. I'm like, my dad paid for that. I can't help that. And they're just like, well, we need these for our international students. I'm like, okay, you know what? Forget y'all. No, and I'm not making excuses, CJ. I'm just saying that's exactly what it was. That was the deal. And a lot of us gave the school a lot of crap about giving us TAs who couldn't really speak and understand English, and you couldn't hardly learn from them. So we would push back on that all the time. So no, I don't make excuses for them at all. The university is the one to make excuses from. So when I say it's not their fault, I mean it's not their fault. They got put in the position of being a TA. That's what the idiot department chair decided to do. Much to our chagrin, because we were just like, no, we're not dealing with that person. No, we don't want to deal with that person. No. So that's what happens. But they ignore the American students complaining about it. And then we get this out of attitude, well, oh, you American students, you all, cobble together. I'm like, yeah, because we can't freaking understand you. And why are we paying for this when we can't understand who the heck you are? I have no thoughts on this topic, Elo. Nah, go ahead. I had to go on a rant uh, about that, which is true. It's one of the things that irritated me the freaking most about being an engineering grad student, when you realize that the department would rather pay and prop up international students and treat American students like garbage, unless they wanted to trot you out to different companies. But yeah, I totally, God, freaking, again, it's different from a person who English is their second language, and it's more of you getting adjusted to their accent, but you can totally understand what they're saying, and can completely communicate. But it's like, why the heck are we sitting in these classes with these people who cannot freaking speak English? The TA can't speak English. The TA can't understand why you're arguing with them about how many points they took off when you clearly showed your work. What? I could go on. But then again, when I was a TA, people could not get over on me. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. I have plenty of thoughts, but I don't want LaReina to get in trouble. I might have a chill stream to discuss that with HB1 visas, because I've gone through the whole pipeline with that. But anyway, on to the next thing. I am going to advise, especially those of you here in America, do not go into Lowe's for freaking Christmas.
No, you didn't.
I made the mistake of going there because I needed a replacement stopper for my bathroom sink, and I needed one of those tub stoppers that gets all the hair and everything down the sink. And as soon as you walk in the freaking store, boom, they put it there, so you can't ignore this thing. Okay, you can't ignore it.
Oh, I didn't like that. What? Is that a trash can they're selling right there? Like
No,
what looks like a public?
No, that's a mailbox.
I'm
Oh.
sorry.
It looked like a trash can.
It's crazy. It's like, can you let October be halfway done?
No, October is over to the
No,
left. Like, you
people
don't
like-
even pay attention
You
to
got,
it.
you got the Christmas people that are like the Halloween people who start buying this stuff now
Yes,
because
They
they're
are.
buying
Demented.
each paycheck or whatever. This stuff's expensive. How much is
You're-
that? Oh,
They're all demented. People are demented.
they're not.
In
You
George
know,
Carlin's words, you are all diseased.
it is nuts because they're limited. Yep, KB, Yukon, Cornelius. Yep, him and the Bumble. The Bumble is $500.
I like the Bumble, and if I had that money to spare, I would send that to my buddy Hightower shows up, because that's my nickname for him.
I'm looking at this and I'm just like, and they know, it's like my jaw just freaking dropped. You got the Bumble with the star. You got Yukon Cornelius with his pickaxe. Then you got Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Literally, his nose freaking lights up.
Get better.
100. And then you got Hermie down there. I'm just like, that's about $1,000 of animatronics. That, man, if that's in your yard, that's the yard. It's crazy.
I'm just thinking, when this is all done, because those don't blow up and blow down, like they're just stationary.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna have this stuff everywhere. It's gonna be funny in their house. It's like, hey, yeah, where's the stuff? Oh, I'll just go look behind the Bumble.
Mm-hmm. I sure would. I would put that in my media room. Not there. I so would freaking have it there.
I'd put a guitar on that guy. I would use it as a guitar holder.
I freaking love it.
That would be funny.
Oh yeah. It's just like I got different.
Or Yukon with one would be even better.
Aldo says also, I did find it annoying how many people couldn't fluently communicate in English in freaking New York City. Yeah, Aldo, New York has changed for the worst. It used to be in New York, it was the case of you could tell English was not their first language, but they could communicate with you in it. It was very fluent. Like, dude just has so and so accent, but you can understand their English because the emphasis was in order to blend, you needed to learn English. If you wanted to make money, you needed to, you need to learn English, to the point where some people were like, I can't understand what they're saying. It's like, what's wrong with you? You can hear exactly what he's saying. Marilyn M says, I'm glad I'm in transit. Otherwise, I'd be buying everything in Lowe's. Love those blow up figures. Yeah, they're in the back. Santa got a freaking helicopter all the way down there.
What?
Yes. And I don't, you see, it's kind of like, well, let me back up over here. It was all the way back, like here, all the way to the top.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Freaking helicopter. And I think he's got a reindeer that's with him too. Santa's got a headset on, and I think the reindeer has sunglasses.
Looking at that Mickey up there too.
Girl, wait till we get to the Mickey. You see the Grinch?
Yes. You know what I saw online? I don't know if they had it in any of these warehouse stores. They had the Nightmare Before Christmas. It was a black Christmas tree that curved like the hill.
Oh.
And it had orange and like purple lights, and I think like a yellow thing was like $464 or something. Yeah, it was, and it's like a 10-foot tree. This thing is massive.
Oh man. Can you understand the words? Exactly. I love the one in Rush Hour too, where Jackie Chan's like, you. And Chris Tucker's like, you who? You who? What you? This is first of all, there's a peacock. Oh my gosh, the peacock. I want this parrot. The parrot's got a Santa hat on. This is only for Florida. I swear it's only like for Florida, Southwest. You got a cactus, peacock, Jose the parrot. You got an octopus in the back and a fish with a frog.
That's so random. Oh no, but is that Dr. Seuss though?
Yeah, I think so.
The octopus?
Thought so.
No, the fish.
The fish is
the fish.
Parrot. I thought the parrot.
And I think that's a frog that's on top. So
that
they both
bluefish?
have like Santa hat. Yeah, bluefish. Frog's got the fishing rod. It's got the Christmas lights on it and a candy cane for the Lord. This was like insane. I need the parrot. I have to have the parrot. Yeah, one fish, two fish. I gotta have the parrot and the fish. Here's a Mickey Mouse.
What does this thing do?
$300. It's an animatronic.
It takes your money. That's what it does.
This thing is like, I want to say it's at least 5 feet. Because I was taller.
Does it talk or like read a story? I mean, it does something, right? For that.
Yes.
Yeah,
it says, welcome. Please give us money so we can go to the mouse house.
I think it sings. I know it moves around, like it's got like a songbook or something like that. I'm a penguin of doom. I need a penguin so I can do that. He cleans your apartment. I just knew it was way too expensive. I'm just like, just take footage, and just keep moving. Just take footage.
Well, to be fair, that's what I paid for Emily. It was $2.99. The Corpse Bride.
Okay, the Stormtrooper's funny.
I need the Stormtrooper. I need the freaking Stormtrooper. I was like, I have to have this. And there's a blow up mold of the Stormtrooper too. That lights up. It's like, yeah, I gotta have it. So there's Stitch, another Stitch. In the back, if you see that snow that snowman. And I think I put this in the group chat.
Yeah, I saw
Like
that one.
$90.
That is beautiful.
I just stared at it. Oh my gosh. It is even more gorgeous in person. It's got 3 little Mickey ears, 3 Mickey heads
know.
that have I'm gonna say lights. It's more like glitter that's on it. And there's a light feature. And they all turn independently of each other, like clockwise, counterclockwise in the middle one, and clockwise on the bottom. And
See, that's
it's
the kind of decor I like. I like that elegant looking, type decorations.
it's so
My stuff's just a mess.
We'll call you Scrooge.
I'm not Scrooge. I'm just
Humbug.
it's it is what it is. I told you, paint an umbrella green and put some round circles on it and call it good.
Kiss my grits. This is the best Christmas decoration I've seen. Is that viral photo with one house all decked out and the house next door with a light arrangement that spelled ditto with an arrow pointing to it.
I've seen that one.
I would do that.
I've seen that picture. It's been a while
That-
since I've seen it, but that's funny.
That's freaking ingenious. I would so do that.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh. I'll have to put the short up because I posted the video to our private chat, and because I was just like, y'all got to see this. That is so on my list to pick up this year, and I need to get it soon before
Yeah, they're going to
Especially-
sell out of that. That one's
gonna-
really nice.
yeah, especially down here where it's warm for the most part around Christmas, and people are always
Yeah.
walking around and looking. You get a lot of mileage out of your stuff, and of course you got the blow molds of Mickey and Minnie, and I love the neon Goofy. That's $219.
Does he dance? Do they do like little?
I think so. Wait, no. if it does, they didn't have that switch on. They just had him lit up, but I think he does. I will have to go back and look. This was like, okay, just get pictures and run. Just get footage and freaking run. Yeah, see, there you go. See? Oh, they're not
so
independent. They
pretty.
all work the same
All you
way.
got to do is send a drone in
Mm.
there to do it. Like have your daughter do it without a credit card, and just stay away from it.
How much is that one there? The light bulb one?
This one, I think it's about
Mhm.
90.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
not bad.
mistaken.
at all.
How tall
Yeah.
are these things?
This one, I want to say is at least 2.5. I want to say to 3 feet.
Hmm.
It's not little
Okay.
at all.
But it's not like super tall. It's a nice little door decoration. You put it, if you get 2 of them, one on each side of like your door,
It'd be
like
perfect.
a topiary, but it's
Exactly. It's like a topiary. It is
my
beautiful. It is absolutely
Mm.
beautiful. And yeah, they will take it. Wait, no.
sucks. I have no money to spend right now.
Oh wait, I could be wrong. I think it's 179. Oh shoot. I'll have to go back and double check that. I'm gonna have to double check it, but yeah, it looks like it's 179. Holy crap. Maybe mixing it. Oh yeah, shoot. Okay. We'll think about it.
It was a nice
Probably gonna
dream.
be no, but it's gorgeous. But I'm like, man, I don't know. See, we got Eeyore. We got Dumbo. I love the Dumbo one. Look at that. He's so cute. And then we got the Stormtrooper, of course. Gotta have that. Gotta have that one. Let's see, there's Stitch lights you can hang up. And what else we got down there? That's the light up Stitch. And there's one where you stand up. The animated Stitch, that's 140. I love the Mickey phone.
What?
That's cute.
Can you actually hook it up and like, or is it just a prop, like just a toy?
I think it's just a toy. I think it is. I think it's just a toy. And they have I love these two. Mickey and Minnie. They're like a cute
Oh,
size.
Is that a mini ballerina?
Yes. Girl,
Dance? Does she twirl? Oh my
40,
gosh.
44
Like
bucks.
a nutcracker ballerina, like sugar plum. Oh my gosh.
If I touch it, I'm like, shouldn't touch it. But I
I
have,
love the nutcracker. I love ballet. That's one of my favorite things to see every year is a nutcracker ballet.
I get like all bunch of different nutcrackers for Christmas.
It'd be cool if she were like taller and you could put her out in your yard and she would like spin. That would be really pretty. And do a nutcracker theme in your front yard.
I know, be perfect. Yes, kiss my grits. This is at Lowe's. I made the mistake of going in the Lowe's. No, I didn't. They put it in my face. I go in there to go get something for the sink, and as soon as you freaking walk in, boom, there's a whole,
My money, take my
stuff
money.
out like
So
spend it.
somebody knows you're
spend it.
going there. They know they're just going to bait you. They're trying.
Mhm.
And
Oh, it don't take much to bait me when it comes to this stuff.
that's the biggest nostalgia bait ever when you walk in there and you see that big ass Bumble and Unicorn and Rudolph and Hermie. They have the Who's too. They have Cindy Lou Who,
What?
the Grinch, and I forget what the little kid's name is. The other boy's name, and Max. Yes.
See, and I have so many different Christmas themes. I like the Nightmare Before Christmas. I like Minnie and Mickey, of course.
Oh, speaking of-
Gingerbread houses. I like a gingerbread theme. I like snowflakes. I like snowmen.
Mhm.
I like the Nutcracker. Yeah,
Just gotta
I have
say,
a hard time landing a theme that I would want to do because I like so many of them. And Dr. Seuss. I like Dr. Seuss too.
especially at Walmart, they have the Dr. Seuss tray. I think it's like
Is it the
$75.
little green one? And
Yeah,
because they
and
have one here. Yeah, they have it here at the BX. I saw they already have it out actually. I'm like, I
Yeah.
keep looking at it and think I'm gonna spray paint it black and turn it into a Nightmare Before Christmas tree.
I would try it. They put the stuff out so early, and especially here, it's like some switch just flicks, and right after Halloween,
It's Christmas. Like
yes, and people are getting everything off the out of the darn store. But it looks like, oh my gosh, let's see, it's 6.75 feet tall, turns side to side, sings and speaks in true character voice, plush and metallic fabric accent, sound and motion activated. $300. $300.
Yeah, that's about right.
I would, yeah, I would, yeah.
My
This
Jack
stuff
Skellington
is still
is about-
cheaper than my hobby, so I'll say you guys have a leg up.
She also for that amount of money, he should offer
Oh, yeah.
it.
You should pick up your dog poop too in the backyard.
For that amount of money. Oh, here's a blow up one for a mini, the blow mold. The blow mold ones give you like that nice, nostalgic feature. It's the price of a microwave. See, here's the other ones. They have the Minions, they have Dumbo, they have Stitch. I gotta get that one. The Stormtrooper, I gotta get that one. The Gnome, I gotta get that one.
I like the
Basically,
gingerbread one.
these three. Gingerbread, they've got Elf on a Shelf,
I hate that elf.
Minions. They've got the classic Superman. I love the dino with the jacket. They got Bluey. They got Hello Kitty. They got Unicorn. If you go to Walmart, they have a hippopotamus. You know that song, I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas? Yes, the hippopotamus is holding a mug of hot chocolate.
What?
Mhm. Mhm.
I
You're
like
up
that
there.
mistletoe.
$60 already. I know, right? It's just like, why? Why? Why did I walk in here? Because I didn't have a choice. Yeah, up there. There's Bluey.
Oh, those are cute. The
Cute.
old school in gingerbreads. I like those.
And then you have the Grinch and
Snoopy.
yep.
What?
That's how I
Oh,
knew I was
Peanut.
screwed. It's
I'm not talking
$100.
about Peanut. I freaking love the Peanuts gang. I would have to do Snoopy. That's just a must.
So
And he's
cute.
got the Christmas lights on his house.
Mhm. This Merry Christmas, Snoopy. I'm like, oh man.
Where's the rest of the gang? You gotta have like Charlie Brown and the rest of them too.
They're just putting this stuff out. Like there's certain areas where there isn't anything yet, which means they got
Mhm.
more stuff that's coming. So if you
I
want to decorate your yard with this stuff, I'd highly suggest start getting it earlier, sooner rather than later.
I would love to do a Peanuts gang nativity scene. That would be cute in the front yard. That would be
Love
adorable.
that.
I've seen like small ones. I had them years ago, and it was the Peanuts gang. And I never bought one. Having one in your yard would be really cute.
I would love it. I want it all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's me. That's me for real. I would totally buy that Snoopy house. Yeah, I know when I start zooming in on stuff, it's like, yeah, I totally gotta have it. They know exactly what they're doing. They're nostalgia baiting us, and we just have a knee jerk reaction, like I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. They had an iridescent nutcracker, which I think I'm gonna get it from Walmart because it was way too expensive here. Where is it? See all the way in the back, go towards the right. They
Where
have
is this store?
Lowe's. This one?
Yeah, because mine is nowhere near that.
This one is in Kissimmee on Osceola Parkway.
Okay.
Yeah, like right before Osceola Parkway starts to become a toll road. Yeah. It's right there. But yeah, there's a iridescent nutcracker, although Walmart's is a bit cheaper. They've got one for $75. That's like really tall. That's like about 3 feet. Perfect for if you put it in front. It's freaking gorgeous. Marilyn M says, got to change the subject before I run out and buy some of this stuff. I know, and the blow up ones. Again, Santa Claus with the helicopter. Game over, man. It looks so darn cool. So again, for those folks, I mean, I'm bringing up Christmas, especially if you are planning to go to the theme parks for Christmas, especially if you have to make reservations, you need to start doing it soon, especially when it comes to the candlelight processional dining packages. Now, we went over this, I think, like last week, but just to remind you all, bookings start October 4th, whether that's at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 a.m. Eastern Time, I don't know. But I would highly suggest stalking the My Disney Experience app in order to make reservations. So it doesn't cost you money to make the reservation for the dining package, but you will need to put a credit card on file as a guarantee.
I'll
So
just watch you live stream it.
yeah, just watch me do it. Just watch me do it. But let me show you guys, because I plan. Usually I'm at several of these performances, but if it's a performance that I really, really want to go to, I will get the dining package. So we went over this last time. And just for folks who want to know, what I have crossed out are the ones I do not recommend you getting reservations for. The quality ain't all that great. But the ones that I have not crossed out those are the ones that will sell out first. So Beer Garden Restaurant, again, that's in the Germany Pavilion. It's all you can eat buffet. It's like a replica of Beer Garden. It's like out in Germany. And not only that, but you get entertainment. And around Christmas time, they're doing the Christmas carols in English and German. It is so freaking cool. The whole hall is decorated. It is amazing. And yeah, and the food's really good. I enjoyed it last time I went. Then again, if you're from Philly, none of this food is foreign to you at all. If anything, you're happy to see it for the most part. Oh my gosh, schnitzel, so much stuff. Sausages are just awesome. So that's what I'd recommend. Garden Grill Restaurant for lunch, dinner, or breakfast. You really cannot go wrong with either of those. They're character meals. Again, they're like that's like table service meal. I think it's a la carte. Oh, well, I take that back because it may be a pre-fee menu for the candlelight processional, but you're in the land pavilion. The whole restaurant, like there's a rotating floor, so it's really kind of cool. Plus, the food that they get or the ingredients that they get are most of them are grown right there in the pavilion. So that's another addition. Do not do Chef de France. Yes, it is. It's so bad. It is. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Do not freaking go there. I think when the one chef was there, I think when he left, it like all went downhill because I was not happy with like the offerings that were given there. Hey, Marion, Coral Reef. My issue with the Coral Reef is it's too hit or miss. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I've been going there for years and I've not been happy with it. I know Pro said he went recently and he said that it had gotten better, but for how much it costs,
Yeah.
that's more than likely why I don't really recommend it. It's like I just go to Garden Grill instead.
I like Garden Grill. It's
Yeah.
become a favorite of ours.
Yeah, Garden Grill is good. Garden Grill is good. Totally fair. My wife and I had the Palm Heart dinner. Can't say anything about any of the other food. Yeah, I've had the fish dishes. I wasn't really too pleased with it, and I don't know if the service has changed, but I swear it's just like it's a lot slower than it should be. Way, way, way slower than it should be. Creperie de Paris, do not go there. That is an abomination.
I was not impressed with their menu. Like I looked at what they had and I don't know, it just did not look appetizing. And I've even seen the food. I'm like, yeah, no, for the money, just go somewhere else.
It's not good. I mean, granted, I'm an American. I do not expect to see a buckwheat crepe. That is not what I what I expect to
No.
see. It's no, it is not. It is not good. The I want to say the quick service crepe place. Where you walk up and they give it to you.
Yeah,
That's the types of crepes that we are more used to. And I actually got one for free. Actually, it was pretty good.
and that's what they have out here in Europe. Are just walk up like crepe,
Mhm.
crepe like trucks, food trucks, and when like they
Mhm.
don't have sit down crepe. That's an Americanized thing Disney did
Yeah,
to
you
be
just
thematic, but it's not it's not culturally accurate.
no, it's not. Even the one at Universal, the crepe stand that they have there, yeah, they're like freestanding. The crepe place is literally right next to the restaurant. Usually people aren't going in there. The line is for the ones, where you can grab and go. There are types of crepes now. Yeah, I want to say with respect to the additions and the toppings that you would have, like some of them are, like strawberry, different fillings. Again, if you're from New Orleans, you're thinking Bananas Foster. You keep forgetting that there's actually a crepe that's in there, but it is.
Yeah, same here. The famous one out here is Nutella or Nutella with banana. Those are the top
Hmm.
ones. But you can also get cinnamon sugar ones with no filling. And you can also get like strawberry jam or raspberry jam.
Or like boysenberry or things like that. Let's see. Oh, you can put anything in a crepe without committing it. No, that's what I mean. Putting anything in it. Because a crepe is not like an American pancake. We know the difference
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
between the two, totally different. But yeah, don't eat there.
I want a Nutella crepe. Thanks, LaReina.
Mhm. Nutella. Oh my gosh. So every time I think of crepe, I think of Bananas Foster. Oh my God. Oh, drenched in rum and set on freaking fire. It's delicious. Hacienda de San Angel, I highly recommend that one. Great seating for the fireworks if you're just not going to do a package. But even though it is $86, the service, the ambiance, the food is really good. Again, one of the few places where you can get a whole chicken, a whole achote chicken, which is as good as the one that the one that I make. Literally is a whole chicken. It's really good. So I enjoy that restaurant. Again, where you sit, you can see World Showcase and like the water and the lighting and everything. So it's nice, really nice restaurant. I do not like the cantina that's inside the Mayan pyramid. I do not like the food there. I don't like it. It's more like
The restaurant where the attraction is.
yes, that one.
Yeah,
I-
no, I don't
I
recommend it either.
I skipped. I did not want to eat there, but the Hacienda de San Angel, because it's two different kinds of food. Hacienda style is more upscale,
Okay.
and it's more, from what I understand, it's more the cuisine from
Mexico.
like the south, like southeast Mexico.
Oh.
So like Veracruz, Tamaulipas. So a lot of the dishes, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. So it's not like southwestern Mexican style. That's what the Cantina de San Angel is like. But the Hacienda de San Angel is more upscale. There was more stuff on the menu that I wanted that I really had room to eat. But then again, I'm gonna say it again, achote chicken. And the margaritas are off the chain too. It's like, let's see, we've got Le Cellier Steakhouse. Skip it, overpriced. If you're on the dining plan, it takes 2 table service meals. You can no, not a good value. Go to the steakhouse, the Yachtsman Steakhouse at the
I
Yacht
was
Club.
just gonna say that. I've never been to that one, but I've heard so
You
many good things
should.
about it.
It is so good. Oh my gosh, it is. The Yachtsman Steakhouse is off the chain.
I regret going there on our honeymoon. We had the deluxe dining plan and we stayed at the beach club. And I kind of wish we had dined there instead of I forgot what I could have swapped it out for. But this is way back when California Grill was like, California Grill.
Yeah, when it was worthy of,
Good.
you got to go there. One of those places. Barry, no, I didn't get to that yet, but yes, that is a day of for the Regal Eagle Smokehouse, which I highly recommend. It's more of, as soon as the park for the day, I think you have to go there in person and see if there's anything available for the candlelight processional dining package. You can do that. The Regal Eagle Smokehouse is a good eat. It's a I don't even call it quick service. I think it's titled quick service. 9 Dragons. No, you have better Chinese food at home. Better Chinese food at Panda Express. It's just not, it's not to like American taste. You won't get like Cantonese style stuff like that. Rose and Crown Dining Room. I am not a fan of British food, but from people who have went, they absolutely love it.
I like the fish and chips.
Fish and chips are banging. The decorations are amazing. I think they still have the piano player that's there.
And
So
gunpowder too.
that is a favorite. So usually I don't go to the Rose and Crown. I usually get the fish and chips from the walk-up place.
That's a Raph gets. He loves their fish and chips. And no, he lived in England as a child. So he's like, that's as close as I'm going to get.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. We get the fish and chips, and then we'd walk over to the UK pavilion in the back and wait for Father Christmas to come out and listen to the UK storyteller. It's just that's something we
saw
used to do.
Father Christmas backstage once. It's funny. They were guiding us backstage to hitch a ride with the minivan to go all around the resort, just to go to the boardwalk area to meet with one of the vacation club real estate guys because we wanted to hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the guy literally went, oh, how do I look? And like his handler was like, yeah, you look good. And he goes, okay, like, let's get on with it. It's funny.
The Rose and Crown isn't that bad, but last time I went, the shepherd's pie was way too salty, making it inedible. Oh no! I hope you send it back.
I'll tell you what's good is that Raglan Road in Disney Springs.
Mhm.
Yes, that is.
Yes, it
That
is.
is really good.
And usually the only restaurant that has a permanent Orange County Sheriff's Deputy presence on the weekend.
Well, yeah, they have a couple bars around it. I wonder why.
Yeah.
All fights started the Wrangler.
You know, I need to go to Gideon's again, LaReina. Damn you.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I love Gideon's. LaReina, have you ever been to Nebraska Brazilian Steakhouse in Horsham? No, but I drove by a whole bunch of times. Never got a chance to go.
Oh,
It's
there's
always
one
busy.
in Cocoa you got to come to us with.
Ooh, 'cause I love
Brazilian. Oh,
Brazilian
yeah.
steakhouse. I love Brazilian steakhouse.
Just go hungry.
Hey, Lepus Felix, it's such a dismal time for Disney. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that definitely for sure. It's not like it used to be. Let's see, Shikisai, way too expensive sushi. Skip it. I'm not paying $150 for sushi. Just no, I don't like sushi anyway, but it is very expensive. Shikisai, really expensive. Spice Road Table, that is really good. The food's really good. The spice is great. It's not like overly done, but you can tell how savory the dishes are. You get a good amount to choose from. That is a good bang for the buck at the Spice Road Table. Most people won't go because they think it's
I
too
like that
exotic
place.
or whatever. It's amazing. And they still have the tea. Oh my gosh. So they bring the tea and they pour it out. It's like a whole show.
Next time you walk past that, I need you to get the menu for me because I want to see if they still have those lamb chops I like.
Oh my gosh. I hope they do. Butterbeer crepe Zen waters. I didn't get to try those. They were over at Epic. And I wanted to go, what is it? L'air de Salon restaurant. I didn't get a chance to get them, but they're there. That's where the butter.
I was there for that restaurant this past weekend.
Yeah, did you try those?
We couldn't fit it. We had
No?
other food and we were stuffed that we couldn't just do we just didn't get the crepe.
Dang it.
But the other food was surprisingly large for the serving. I was surprised.
Oh, nice. Dan hasn't tried Gideon's, but he says I like the butterbeer crepe. It was pretty good. Dude, that was on my list of must eats. And I didn't get a chance to like go to it. I was so bad. Teppan Edo is basically Benihana. It's $110, but I really like Teppan Edo. Food and a show. And get the sake hito if you go. A little expensive, but a mojito made with sake. It's so good.
Mm.
And it's really strong.
My
Well, if the drinking's strong, is it worth drinking?
Mm-hmm. So it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Tudo Italia, hard skip. No, no, no. Everybody's nana should be out there shaking like a wooden spoon at it, throwing tomatoes at the restaurant. It's so freaking bad. Don't go. Don't go. However, Via Napoli, definitely go to. The best pizza, the best desserts, all of that. So Via Napoli is definitely worth the money. So I would try those. So anyway, those are just my suggestions. The other thing to mention is that one of the most popular narrators is going to be Gary Sinise. And I think, when is his performance? His is December 18th and 19th. I will tell you right now, that will sell out first. Definitely. The Fonz might be second, but I'm pretty sure Brendan Fraser will be close to that. So yeah. Anybody want to go see Brie Larson?
Oh, geez.
See, who?
She's in the lineup. Wow.
Who's that? Who's that?
Brie Larson.
Excuse me?
No Connections has the best pizza, LaReina. It does. It does now. Before that, it was Via Napoli, but I like Via Napoli because of the atmosphere. I'm gonna say Via Napoli will remind you of a lot of Italian restaurants in the U.S. You know, the ones where you just roll up and the pizza's just banging, and they've got like the outdoor tables and all the other food is really good because it's Southern Italian style food. It's probably why it is. It's awesome. And the little fried dough balls that they roll in the powdered sugar.
Zeppela's.
Oh.
That's on point.
Tried
Basically
making
Zeppela's.
those, and they never come out all that great when I make them.
No.
The dough comes out really dense, and it's a epic fail every time. Yeah.
That sounds like you're making fleet when it comes out dense.
I'm using pizza dough. Maybe that's why. Am I supposed to use a different kind of dough?
That's how you make fleet. Use
Ah.
pizza dough for
comes out
fleet.
dense.
It's denser.
You know what? I actually made a note that I have to start working on making a candied lemon rind to put on my
Candied lemon wine.
to put on my sweet potato cannoli.
Sweet
I just made
potato cannoli. I've got to try that.
We just made brown cinnamon and sugar pecans. Roasted up like 2 pounds of those.
That sounds so good. Sounds so good. Y'all are gonna laugh, but I got a Southern Italian cookbook specifically that I bought a couple of years ago, and a whole thing about how to make candied lemon rind, because that's another one of the toppings that you can put on cannoli along with the chocolate chips. But I also make like candied pecans, and I chop that up with like white chocolate. So whenever I make like all the cannolis, and my sister's probably listening, like, yeah, you got to make that again. I have some that have the different toppings that are on it. So like the traditional ones to the ones with like pecans and white chocolate. So I do that whole thing. But apparently there's a whole process of how you make candied lemon rind. It's pretty darn cool. I cannot wait to make that. Gary Sinise is the only person on that list that I'd like to see. Yeah, if I was coming in from out of town, definitely him. And the reason why I bring him up, and I'll wrap it up in a little bit, is because how much respect he gets for what he does for military families. So his particular performance, standing room only, every single time. I mean, they're all packed, but when Gary Sinise is there, it's different. It's more of an attitude of gratitude when you go. When he talks about all the stuff that he does for, for military, for veterans, especially, the adaptive housing, the kids that he brings in when he does the Gold Star flights, where he charters like a whole plane and he brings in Gold Star families and they get to go to Disney basically for free. It's all taken care of.
Cool.
And even the inside of the plane is all decorated. It's so cool. It's so cool what he does. So yeah, he is awesome. I love seeing Gary Sinise. I do want to see Leslie Uggams just because I love her as an actress. I've seen her in so much stuff. That's pretty much it. Maybe Ralph Macchio. I don't know, but definitely Gary Sinise and Leslie Uggams. I've seen Louis Fonsi before. He's a local guy, so it's kind of fun seeing him. He does Despacito. If folks don't know who the heck he is, So there's that. So going to the next thing. Oh, first of all, 134 of you guys watching between all of our socials. So thank you so very much for being here. I got a question. Who's dropping acid and making decoration decisions? Did you see that rug?
I have not seen these yet.
I want to puke.
We used to joke that the Grand Floridian was like, the eccentric Southern grandma with all the decorations and how it's decorated. And it's just like, yeah, everybody loves going to grandma's house. It's comfy, even though, we kind of question her decorating taste. Nothing about this says Florida. Nothing about this says Florida at all. So here was the pattern before, I think so. Yeah, so this is the old carpet that they had. It blended in with the gold accents in the Grand Floridian. So you kind of had like this warm feeling. It didn't clash. It blended, especially with the gingerbread house, especially with the Christmas tree. So all of, it wasn't a carpet that was garish. Let's put it that way. And it also blended in with the Italian tile, which they have all around, which has these little like green accents. If you go and you look, you see like the hidden Mickeys. It's got like Cinderella and a couple of others. If you look at the Italian marble that's on the floor. So instead of this, which looks like a nice accent type of pattern, you've got this monstrosity.
Oh, gosh, I didn't expect it to be so loud.
Make it stop.
My eyes hurt.
Holy cow.
My eyes.
The sunglasses aren't helping me.
Man, even the Golden Girls have better home decor.
That looks like something that you would see in a garage flea market in East Orange, New Jersey.
You said East Orange. Oh my gosh, that is bad. Putting on my Doors music to go with that carpet.
You get why I said that, right, LaReina?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Erica,
it's really loud and just busy. Is it really that ugly or is it just the photograph? Maybe it's the angle.
No, it's really that freaking ugly.
You can't even see the furniture. Like the carpet just
Look, the wolf I have on the wall behind me looks better than that crap.
It's the 1920s, not the 60s. Thank you, Dylan. That's exactly it.
Kiss my grits. Her comment. That's the rug a Jersey housewife in Bergen County would have. Yes. That's why I brought up that. That's why I brought up East Orange, Bergen County, because yeah, I know it quite well, unfortunately.
Yes, it is. This is. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking tacky.
Go and
It's
Shogi, that carpet does not look nice anywhere. Go away with that.
dark clashing too much with all the way. It's not a Southern style rug. It's not. I mean,
well,
you can get away with this in Virginia, but
well, the Grand Floridian is supposed to have a Victorian art aesthetic and to it.
yes, exactly.
And I don't know what they're trying to do, but it does not scream Victorian.
No,
Not in the color palette, not in the patterns and textures.
God, it makes my eyes hurt.
You can't even see the furniture. It's just like this
No.
jumbled up mess.
Look, it's like if you go back up here, here's the original furniture, the original rug. You know, it's a muted color and has like the Victorian floral patterns that are, that are going on. That matches everything immaculately. So you can see the furniture, you get the warmth of the lobby, which is why so many people wanted to go there because that's what it looked like, Victorian style. No, I big ass ugly, but I can't. I can't with this. I can't. Liam McNeil says, considering Disney's hiring practices, I'm not surprised the Grand Floridian looks like this now. Were they using shape language? Now, this is probably Gensler again, which makes everything look like the La Quinta Inn because it started with the Polynesian. Okay, they got rid of the fountain in the middle. Yes, I call it the Brady Bunch fountain, but it had all of these orchids and the moving water, and it was just so calming when you walk in. The carpeting, well, it didn't really have carpeting. It just had like the tile on the floor, which matched perfectly. That looked good, and you actually felt like you were in Hawaii somewhere. Now they got an ugly ass carpet and a statue. It's You know what? If I was drunk, I would not be able to see straight. This would not help.
You would just be dizzy.
Which
Like nothing, the furniture doesn't pop at all. You have to really went and look hard to find the furniture and see all the little different separated living rooms.
Was look good with other stuff that muted a bit. It turned the volume up to 15. Yeah, all I can see is that rug. That's it.
And they put those really light colors for the furniture, that gray and that blush blue.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't pop. It just.
I mean, is it so they have to vacuum less? Just saying.
Who knows? And the furniture is like a 50s rendition of the Victorian era. I wouldn't even say it's even Victorian.
No, it doesn't. Here, let me go.
It's shape language.
Shape language. It's like here, you had the couch with the patterns. You had the Victorian, like artisan style furniture, and the ottomans. No. That's a modern thing. The rug brings the room together too. Yeah, from the Big Lebowski. I bet Stories Matter is phasing out the plantation style look. You know what? Go and Shogi, you may be very right with that.
So what kind of story are they telling there? Anybody could be a decorator if you give us $5 and some friggin' blindfolds?
I don't know. Just it looks absolutely garish.
The
And
pattern is too big on that carpet.
way too big. And even for Florida, I mean, you would have, that's why there's all that marble that's on the outside because it is so hot. You kind of had the rugs that you did have usually was lighter in color, but they were kind of like area rugs, so to speak. This just like takes everything away from the furniture.
Once upon a time, Disney used to have carpet custom made, and you would see like hidden Mickeys
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And I'm not seeing any of that in this. It looks like they just went to some carpet warehouse and picked out whatever they thought would look good. It doesn't even look custom. And what I have in my head is if they wanted to go with that Mary Poppins look, where how the DVC rooms look with that blue and the cream colors, they could have done that, but not gone with a pattern, maybe gone more with a solid and like small, maybe like a small floral print.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's it too, going Shogi, because they're putting that bar on the first floor. This whole renovation is a reason why we can't have the darn gingerbread house this year. The gingerbread house that's been there since 1999, the same gingerbread house that mostly people would go to
They can
get your picture
there.
taken, and the tree and the whole ambiance of the whole thing.
That lobby is big enough to fit. Because how many people actually just sit around there and twiddle their thumbs at Disney? Nobody. You
No,
walk in there, and the only purpose it serves is to, meet me downstairs in 5 minutes, and you're literally there just 5-10 minutes to meet your party, and then you leave. No one's actually lingering and hanging out in any of those furniture areas. They have room. They could still bring the gingerbread house.
They won't.
Yeah, I know they won't because they'd rather you buy drinks than cookies.
that's it. Because
Well, they get more money off the drinks. They had to buy more liquor licenses.
And they don't want you broke people crashing the Grand Floridian, which, yes, we would do every year, because you get your picture in front of the tree, and then you go over and you get the treats in the gingerbread house. You had the piano player, which I hope they don't get rid of him, in the lobby playing live music, live Christmas music, and it was just a wonderful vibe. So yeah, around Christmas time, yeah, the lobby is freaking full, because the one year I stayed there for Christmas, I'm like, I can't even get in the damn lobby because there's so many people hanging around. But that's the only time. So like Erica was saying, the rest of the year, that's pretty much where it is. Just like meet me here for a little bit, or I'm waiting for the shuttle to come pick me up. But there's usually not a whole lot of people that would call.
They could still fit it. They're just being stupid.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough square footage in that room for them to figure it out.
Yeah, Go and Shoki, they are. I think the beach club is going to be crowded more so than usual this year, because after the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian, which is like the granddaddy of all of them, the rotating carousel gingerbread house over at the beach club is the second.
That's the second. Yep. That's the next best one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is Grand Floridian going to be selling any of the shingles and those cookies with that recipe? Because each resort has a different recipe for the gingerbread goodies. So
that's an excellent question.
Any of it?
I will be over there.
That is not Victorian. That is mid-century, and that is fugly.
I hate it so darn much. if you guys want a good comparison, go check out the show The Gilded Age.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
look at the furniture from The Gilded Age, from
Yep.
that show. And you will see just how just messed up.
Or
it
even Downtown Abbey is another one you could
That's
pull
another
from.
one. Yep.
This just makes me want to go there less and less and less and less.
Mm-hmm.
They're just stripping away. There's no theme, so they're not really separating themselves from, to the hotels that are off property. You're not enticing me.
Yeah, because Gifts My Grits, yeah, it used to be during the holidays, the line for the monorail to Grand Floridian. That's when I was really taking the boat because it was insane how many people were trying to get on there for the gingerbread house. But like Dan said, it's not the same. The Grand Floridian is the signature gingerbread house.
Mhm.
Yes, the
Mhm.
granddaddy of all of them, life size. Just the pastry artistry is crazy. I mean, me geeking out at how they were like putting the sugar, like the reflective sugar
Mhm.
around it, and the sugar work on, the window panes and everything. It was just absolutely amazing. Hey, Linda, how you doing? She's ninja watching. She's ninja watching. Well, the last Disney topic we're going to talk about before we get to the price hikes, of course, I see you guys are out there. I'm just going to put this right here.
What?
New $200 Santa Claus Christmas dinner coming to the Cake Bake Shop restaurant at Disney World. This is courtesy of the Disney Tourist blog. Yes, the notorious $23 slice for cake is doing a $200 Santa Claus Christmas dinner. Yes, Leftus Felix, $200. Now, let's see here. We all know how expensive it is, but it looks like, let's see, what are you going to get? Okay, so there's Santa.
An Orthodox priest.
Particular Santa, which looks a little wild, but so you can go there the 18th, November 25th, December 2nd, and December 9th. Why it's not the other ones, I have no idea. But anyway, 3-course, I hate pre-fee menu. So the menu begins with sparkling holiday champagne. Why they can't say Christmas? What's wrong with y'all? And cocktails, an elegant hors d'oeuvre, not horse duvers, not hors d'oeuvres. It's hors d'oeuvres. Okay. Followed by a sumptuous main entree designed to warm the heart, empty your wallet, and concludes with a seasonal dessert sweetly inspired by the magic of the season. And let's see, you get a photo to download from Disney Photo Pass. I hope that's free. I really do. I hope you do not have to buy the Photo Pass package in order to do it. And you get the chance to meet Santa Claus himself, sharing their holiday pixie glitter wishes while basking in the magic of the season. And Santa hand selects a delightful cookie just for you. And I guess this is some of the, Christmas cake that they have. Gideon still looks freaking better.
And this is $200? Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Yeah. So for $200, you can get, got $150 per kid. Heck no.
What is that?
$150 for kids. Hey, look, so for adults, right? So this is what you get for $200.
Hey, little Johnny, here's your $150 piece of cake. Mommy, I don't want to eat it. Can I just take it home? No, you're going to eat this $150 piece of cake.
You're going to eat it. You're going to eat it. But yeah, for $200, up to 3 beverages. So you can't get bottomless beverages. You're only limited to 3. I hope there's some alcohol involved in that. But yeah, additional beverages are available for purchase. Yeah, right. Entree of your choice, a seasonal dessert from our menu, a professional family photo with Santa, digital download through Disney PhotoPass, and a gift to take home.
That gift is a big bill.
Oh, wait, there's more. Kindly
Uh-oh.
note, price does not include tax and gratuity.
That's what I
Full
meant. There's your
non-
gift.
You have to pay for the full thing before it starts. The full non-refundable cost is required at reservation confirmation, including tax and 24% gratuity. Who the heck is getting a 24% gratuity?
Santa's raking it.
Yeah, no.
Now, the
Hey,
only
I'll go do the
time-
job. I can pull it off. Ho, ho, ho. Give me your damn money and then we'll eat some cake.
Yes, it's not even a course meal going shogi. Yeah, exactly. It's not. Yeah, this is
No,
ridiculous.
and the thing is that kids are really simple. They're not actually bougie little people. Not typically anyways. You could take a child to McDonald's and they'd be happy with a Happy Meal and a treat from the Dollar Tree. You know.
You want like peppermint pancakes, all that stuff, Christmas cookies, cakes, Santa Claus comes around, you know. But
You can go to a local mall and go see Santa Claus.
exact. Go to Florida Mall. Go to Florida Mall and see Florida Santa. And then you can go and get the other, the other stuff
And
that's there. This is
they have other Santas you can visit too on property,
Yeah.
right? Or even at Universal
Yep.
or SeaWorld. I mean, like Disney's not the only
SeaWorld
thing
does a
doing that.
wonderful setup for Christmas.
And Universal does too. You can have breakfast with the Grinch.
I want to do that.
That would be cool.
I want to do that.
That
He's
to
my
me is
type of
better than
dude.
this.
Same. I do too. No, I'm not impressed. Again, you can get better cake at Gideon's. It's only $10 a slice.
I was half tempted to buy one of those whole cakes, just go there and bring it back for my family visiting.
Same.
I'm so tempted.
Same.
It's expensive.
Do it. I think it's like
Go to Publix. So you can get a beautiful cake like that custom made for far less.
It's
you
not
can. Yeah, it's not. It's not the same. It's not the same. Publix is good. I am not knocking Publix cakes whatsoever. I'm not turning that down. A Gideon's cake is on.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about
another freaking level. And I think
thought you were talking about
no,
I got it wrong. I thought you were talking about the cake bake shop.
Oh no.
No.
Gideon's, you can buy. I think a full cake is like what, $75. I think.
Oh, that's not bad. That's it's not terrible.
If
thought
you
meant
get
this.
it.
I was like, yeah, no, don't.
I'm half
$26
tempted to get my happy butt up tomorrow morning and go get one.
They are. It is so delicious. It's so good.
Do you have to order them in advance at all, or any to order a
Walk
full
in.
cake? Gideon?
No, I think it's strictly walk in because they have.
I think they have the Halloween stuff now, don't they? Now.
Yeah, they do. Because I need the Bride of Frankenstein cake and cookie.
Yep, I'm gonna have to go again. Damn you, Disney Springs.
Halloween.
But with the cakes, it's like
chocolate.
You got to get it. Because it will sell out, especially the whole cakes will sell out. I have to ask about the whole cakes, but yeah, they are available. The thing is, if they're going to be available when you get there, that's
I'm cheating this year. I made from scratch black chocolate cupcakes last year, but it was so laboring. I'm just doing box cake this year. I'm like, screw it.
Real Christmas magic might be getting your kid to eat anything but the cake. Yeah, especially the cake bake shop. No, but $200. Yeah, I don't know why that's still. I'm shocked too. I heard the only thing good there is the gumbo, and I mean, granted, I'm not cheap, but I'm just like $23 for a slice of cake. One, there's cake at Publix, and two, if you want an artisan slice of cake, go to freaking Gideon's. Honestly, just go ahead and do that. Well, folks, we got over 150 of you watching. We're going to get to this article here you guys can kind of see what we've been talking about with, you know, decline by degrees and all of that. But again, right after the end of the fiscal year, Disney hikes their prices. Now, the price hikes from Disney are nothing new. They would always do this. But there was a time where the price hikes seemed justifiable because it didn't cost you like having to mortgage your house in order to go to Disney. The value was still there. It's kind of like, you know, cost of doing business. But at that time, Disney was always hyping up the value of what of what you could get. But now, not so much. So, coming to us from Variety, as it does each year, Disney has increased ticket prices for its two big U.S. theme parks, Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando and Disneyland in Anaheim. Under the new pricing announced October 8th, tickets for a one-day, repeat this again, one-day single park visit to Disney World or Disneyland will now cost for the first time more than $200 during peak times.
For to see walls?
To see walls, at least at Disney World. I don't know what construction is over at Disneyland. I'm not up on that, but $200. So, for example, single day, single park ticket during the weeks of Christmas and New Year's will increase 5% in Orlando to $209 and up to 8.7% for Disneyland, because y'all live in the People's Republic of California, to $224. Disney says it continues to see strong demand during the holiday periods, which is true. It does. In fact, it recently paused sales on a one-day, one-park tickets to Magic Kingdom for this upcoming New Year's Eve due to expected demand. Now, that doesn't surprise me. A bunch of locals go. A lot of people come from out of town to go. If there was one time during the year that you would just blow the whole load and go to Disney, it's Christmas. It is literally packed. It is gridlocked at Christmas, especially going to New Year's Eve at Disney. Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane the amount of people that are there. They still sell out with their tickets because it's an experience to do, to say, hey, I was at Disney World, for New Year's Eve and also for Christmas. That's why I tell people, if you're doing your first trip to Disney, don't go during Christmas. You will freaking hate humanity. It is, unless you're used to it, like I'm used to it, and I know all the hacks and everything that you can do. It is the most expensive, crowded ass time to go. Just absolutely ridiculous. So most other Disney World single day, single park tickets have increased by an average of $5. Animal Kingdoms is going to remain $119. And I argue that if you're looking for Disney magic, even though they're working on Tropical Americas, after Magic Kingdom, the Animal Kingdom really is a wonderful park to go to. So Disneyland kept its lowest ticket price at $104 per day. It's worth noting that Disney parks starting and high-end prices for tickets on sale through October 2026 remain unchanged. Meanwhile, there's a new discount offering Disney World guests up to $250 off each night of a minimum 4-night room and ticket package for most days from late February to late July 2026. Notice, minimum 4-night room and ticket. Not just a room and tickets minimum 4-night stay. Thoughts before I get to what Disney rebutted with?
Will drain wallet.
Yeah. Oof.
I'm totally just, yeah. Thanks, but no thanks. See ya.
It's like, no thanks. It
I mean,
is.
they've already priced most people out. The attendance is low enough. You
And yet
know,
you have
like
people
what?
saying that. You have people, Erica, saying that, the prices that then other people are saying, no, it's just as busy. And they have no idea what really busy was, what it was like when it was a lot more affordable.
I think
No.
people are just saying that because they want to be some kind of, defender of Disney because they love Disney so much. And it's like, look, dreams on one hand and shit in the other, and which is going to fall first?
Yep.
I mean, it's math, not magic.
Well,
So
the problem is, besides the math, is that Disney has let everything go to more towards Disney adults. They moved everything to bars. And we've seen this, and they're taking things that families want to go do away, but they're also pricing these families out. Meanwhile they're saying, well, we want the families. Well, stop making this so stupidly expensive that an average person has to go in the hot. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't
so
cost us to do these dumb things.
I have a theory now because I just thought of this, just came to mind. I think Disney's pitch. Remember how once upon a time, just not that long ago, actually, it
Mhm.
was more the vacation destination, which you could arguably say it's still that. And you would just finance your vacation. Now they've evolved into we don't want you to merely finance your vacation. We want you to mortgage it. And they want to pitch you the DVC market.
Oh,
So they're
yeah.
jacking up the prices so you'll buy into the DVC as
Mm.
some kind of more worthy of your value. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because remember all of the DVC lounges, case in point, and I should not have spoken this in existence, but what happened, remember, I think it was it last year? Maybe the year before that, where we're walking through Frontierland. And I said, yeah, the Frontierland shooting gallery is now free. You better use it before they get rid of it. And sure enough, they got rid of it and put in a DVC lounge. And how many DVC lounges have we seen popping up in the park?
Well, and look at the hotels they're building now. They're all DVC hotels. When was the last time they built just a regular standard hotel? Everything is shifted to DVC, and they're building that massive one across the lake over by Fort Wilderness.
Yes, it looks like an eyesore.
And they just finished the Polynesian one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the gimmick here is they want to talk you into being a DVC member. They don't even want you financing a vacation through the website. They just want you to mortgage it and come back that way.
Yeah, it's absolutely insidious how they're doing that. DVC used to be the bonus, kind of like, hey, if you come to Disney so much, why not consider DVC? And it was more of like a side edition, in addition to painting Disney the way it used to be with affordability. Because back in the day, and we all remember this, Disney would pitch, hey, it's affordable for a family of four. You get to do this, you get to do this, you get to do this. And guess what? For 3 hours at night at a selected park, since you're a Disney guest, regardless of what level of resort you stay at, you get to go into the park at night for 3 hours. I remember being in a Magic Kingdom until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
3 a.m. because the park would close at 12 at midnight and it would stay open for 3 hours after that for a hotel. And it was all hotel guests. It wasn't just for the deluxe people. It was everybody that was staying on property.
Everybody, which is why if, some friends of mine on the bargain boards, we would say, hey, if we're trying to do a quick bargain Disney trip, at least, we can stay at Pop Century and, not spend as much on the room, but we still get the party for 3 hours at
Yeah.
night. And remember when it used to be an hour in the morning?
Yep, a full hour. And there again,
That's
it was
done.
all hotel guests. It wasn't just for the deluxe people.
Mm-hmm. It was for everybody, regardless. And that's what Walt wanted to do with his parks, to make it accessible to the average American family. Some may have to save a little bit longer, some may not have to save as long, but in the end, it was something that was achievable. It didn't break the bank for most people. It was more of like, we just got to save a little bit longer, and then we'll get it. But the value was there. Now it's not about how affordable Disney is, unfortunately. It's more of like all of these other things that you need to have in order to enjoy your trip. You need Lightning Lane. You need paid photo pass. Remember when that sucker wasn't paid? You need this. You need this. Guess what? You're not even going to
They really play on the FOMO. They
you're not
really
even
turn
getting
the
this
heat on
anymore.
with the FOMO, with all that, with all the extra bells and whistles. And you're not even getting what you used to get. Even if you do mortgage your vacation, for however many years, you're still not getting
Mhm.
the return you used to get, even being a DVC member. But the way they frame it is they'll break down the cost in front of you. Oh, here's how much it would be without being a DVC member. And here is your savings. And, in the moment when you're in front of that real estate person, like it checks, but it's relevant to that moment. And if you don't know Disney previously, what you used to get and how far your money went,
Mhm.
if you're ignorant to that, it's easy to buy into it. You just say, yeah, oh yeah, sign me up. It sounds great. And
Very.
it's like 200 some odd dollars, a person to go to Magic Kingdom. But look at this over here. You got this DVC gig here, and I don't know, it looks kind of cool to me. And we do love Disney. Like, you see how they hook you. But people like us, it's like, yeah, but this is what people used to get with or without DVC.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at this shit you're giving us for the money.
Remember when we
It's
used to
like
get
Mr. Grits just said, it doesn't justify the increase of what you're getting.
Yeah, it doesn't. You're not getting that additional value. Like, I'm looking at this here. Walt Disney World ends discounted pre-arrival Magic Band Plus offer for hotel guests and annual pass holders. So you guys remember when you used to get the old Magic Bands for free?
Used to be mailed to you every year.
And
to get it every year with your passes.
every year. And you would get those like
And you would have your names laser engraved in them too.
Yep.
Mm.
And some people used to I know I used to collect them like, I had pink last time, because they give you an option. Do you want to keep the one that you already have, if you have one, or would you like to get a new one? And that was so cool when you get the Magic Bands delivered to your house, before you leave for your trip. And then they got rid of that. They got rid of the Legacy Magic Band. They came up with the Magic Band Plus, which has a proprietary charger. I'm going to keep hitting this drum forever. Okay, you can't use a regular USB-C charger with these things. You have to get a special charger from Disney in order to charge this freaking thing.
And they're easy to lose because they're not very big.
Yeah. And they don't really connect, all that well.
That's by design.
Yeah, it's on purpose. Let's put it this way. Even Apple had to finally get with it and just go to standard USB-C charging, because people didn't want to get those customized.
They still call it a different name. Don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
I'll go down the wrong rabbit hole.
World Pop Fan, hello and welcome. Says, mind you, DVC is hardly worth it for those members. People sell their DVC points all the time. Yeah, I'm aware of the DVC resell. And at one point in time, I was going to buy DVC, but I was like, I don't see the benefit and they're also doing stuff with the points and all of that stuff that's going on. And it's not the perk that it used to be, not by a long shot. Tinkerella Treasure Trunk. Hello, my dear. Says, good afternoon, everyone. Just when I thought Disney couldn't top the last disaster, just take a look at the Pop Century lobby. I'm sick over that. Wait, what happened to Pop Century lobby?
I don't know.
I'm scared to look. I really am scared to look. Did they change it from the pop icons to something? Oh, wait, because they had a renovation, right?
I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up.
Let me see. I'm trying to. Okay. Disney food blog. Yeah. Yeah, it looked a lot different. Oh. Way back in the day, Pop Century, because it would do things by century. Like, was it like
I
the
see.
started thinking with the 50s, I think? Or is it 40s? 40s, 50s, 50s,
I never
60s,
stayed
70s,
there.
80s.
I'm lost in what their theming was.
It didn't used to be this. It used to be, it looks like this is like 90s Disney Channel, looks like what they did, but they used to have everything from each century, like what was cool, what was, the height of pop culture. Like with the 60s, they'd have like, the hula hoops and flower stuff. And with the 70s, you had like the Mickey phone that everybody wanted. And it was something from each century that made each century so distinctive. And girly, okay, check it. Oh Lord, no. No, they're not fun. No. Oh no. No. I don't like this. This is, yeah, I see. Tinkerella, I'm pissed. I really am, because the story, like you all know, the story of Pop Century is going through each century and what each century contributed to pop culture. And I think in some parts they would actually put some stuff in there from Disney, some Disney nostalgia, like which Disney films came out during those particular years. But now it looks like, oh, really? I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with the new design. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, that's gross. I really don't like that.
So they opted out of going through the many centuries of pop culture
Mm-hmm. Yep.
to just one era, which is 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. They called it the retro refurbishment. I'm not happy with that. Ugh. Oh, wait a minute. They closed the comments. I wonder why.
That's funny.
It makes you just.
Oh, makes you shake your head, just like, what the heck?
I'm kind of just getting to the point where it's like I'm more surprised when they do something good.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Kiss my grits. I found one. I forget where I put it, but I found it like a pamphlet that I had and some stuff from other trips, which had like Fantasmic and everything on it. Yeah, park maps, coupons, dining vouchers. I actually have the 2000s VHS tape. I need to get that digitally transferred. Like with the, when he send you the VHS tape. Yeah, I got that. I have to get that down. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it is just, ridiculous. This post here from someone on X is just wow. Say my wife and I want to go to Disney World this weekend to finally get her on Tron Guardians. for both of us, a 2-day park hopper with tax is approaching nearly $1K. $1K. Throw in standard parking for 2 days at $30 a day. Actually, that's $35 a day now. And you come to $1,016.88. Disney is no longer for average Americans / families. Well, it hasn't been for average families since Iger got there.
Yeah,
It's
no,
been a
hot minute.
declination by degrees. And even when you get the families, and here's the thing, when you get the families that could afford to pay that upcharge, and they're just like, no, we don't see the value in it, so we're not going to do it.
That's bad.
That's
And then
very,
add
very
all the
bad.
construction going on right now too.
Yes. All the walls that make the Magic Kingdom claustrophobic to walk through. You've got construction over in Animal Kingdom that's going on because Dino Land is no more. And it's just it's a hot mess.
You're paying for the new stuff before it's even finished.
Mm-hmm. Or it's even done. And look at this. That's how much their tickets were. $449.24 for a 2-day ticket for both of them. And that's just the start.
That's insane. Just for 2 days. Compare that to Universal.
Yeah. Where they're always running some kind of a special. Especially, that's why I tell people buy your tickets online at Universal. You buy them there. Usually they have some kind of special that's going on that you can only get if you purchase them online. So it may be buy 3 days, get 2 free. They do that. They do that a lot. Wow. Look at this. Look at the Walt Disney World's 1-day ticket price increases through the past decade. So 2015 is like $97 to $100 a day. And then I want to say around 2018 was when I started noticing crap was happening. 129, then between 18 and 19, 159. 2020 was COVID. 2022, boom, then it goes up to $189. And this is around that time period where I think Chapek said the pandemic gave them a chance to be able to do things that they wouldn't have been able to do before with respect to ticket pricing. And that's how far up the tickets have gone from 2015 to $100 a day. 2026, barely 11 years later, $209, which
That's ridiculous.
is it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And it goes because Disney is not immune from the law of economics. So ideally, you're talking about the 80-20 principle, where you want 80% of your income coming from your target market, which would be middle class. The remaining 20%, is between the super budget to, the whales that can afford to spend money. Disney has changed that mix with what their target market has been in the past 5 years. They want to go after the I'll say 1%. We'll say 5%ers. So people that are making like over 6 figures, you can do stuff like spend $200 per person for, dinner, breakfast with Santa, or pay $100 per person for for like the dessert parties. Can pay $150 to $200 a pop for the Halloween parties and the Christmas parties.
I have friends that make 6 figures, and even they don't go to Disney. They'd rather take a cruise.
Mm-hmm. And that's where it comes to, again, the law of economics. When your consumer no longer sees value in it, they're not going to spend money. So even if like, say, you're in that 5%, and you're looking at just like, "Oh, what kind of value can I get for this? I could go somewhere else. I could go to Key West for a week, get the
Oh
true
yeah.
Florida experience, including chickens running across my yard. I
Yep.
could get to do that. Or it's like, hey, I could go over to the UK for a weekend, or or whatever. Basically say, you know what, I'll just save my money and go to Tokyo Disneyland. I'll eventually get there because I see that the value is there.
Mhm.
But what Disney will do, again, they're not immune to the law of economics. When bookings get soft, what do? We're going to give you coupon. I call it the coupon day. We're going to take money off, get room for this amount of money. Buy this, get free dining, which isn't really free. They will go and do that to try to increase bookings. They keep throwing that stuff out. That's what they'll do in order to correct it. Sometimes it does not work. That's what they'll go
Nope.
and do. It doesn't work. We're not falling for the banana, in the tailpipe, because the perceived value is broken. It's not there. So that's something you need to fix. Kiss My Grits for $9.99. Thank you so much, my dear. Let me hit you up.
I know you want the goodies.
Welcome to the goodie room.
For $9.99. Thank you so much, my dear. Says it'll be interesting to see how localized theme parks like Netflix Experiences, Mattel Adventure Park, Universal Kids, and the upcoming Retro Escape Park in Vegas will affect Disney traffic. It will be very interesting. And I can kind of give you a microcosm of that. It's like, well, let's go back. You guys remember Six Flags commercial where they basically said you could spend all this money to go to Disney World, or you can go to Six Flags for a fraction of the price.
I vaguely remember those commercials, but yeah.
Remember those with the dude on the bus?
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, I can stay home, or I can get a hotel next to the park, locally, and go and stay there. And I actually did that one year where I got a hotel near Six Flags Great Adventure, and did that. And it was actually cheaper because people do not have the kind of money. And when it's just like, look, we can just drive an hour and we get to go to this park where it's not as expensive, or it may be expensive, but the perceived value is greater than how much you're going to pay, you're going to do that. People do not have the disposable income the way that they used to because of the economy. And for the most part, consumers are rational. They're going to pull back on spending and not spend on things unless perceived value is there. Like that Universal Kids Park, I'll tell you right now, that park is going to make a crap ton of money. Why?
Mhm.
It's made for families. All the IPs that are there, the kids know about, especially those freaking Minions. They make $1 billion. Make $1 billion.
Minions are fun.
They're funny.
They're like the new
I love
Looney
those movies.
Tunes.
Hmm?
The modern day. They're like the modern day Looney Tunes.
Yes, they really are. They really are. Camera Girl grew up on watching, the Minions, and that's what they know. The Minions, Shrek. Say what you want about the Trolls. I love the freaking Trolls movies. Like, I used to collect the Trolls as a kid. All that stuff. The kids still know about freaking SpongeBob. And a whole park where that's all you do. I mean, DreamWorks Land over at Universal is a prime example. So much fun, lots of stuff for the kids to do, and they're into it. It's geared towards families, the IPs that the kids know, and the perceived value is there. So going to be real, real interesting, especially Kiss My Grits like Legoland. Legoland out in Polk County, they're doing another expansion of stuff. It's gonna be crazy. let's see. Universal Studios today is $159 for adult. For Epic Universe, $139 for Universal Studios. Here's the other thing where it comes to perceived value. Epic Universe, when they did their pass holder previews, they charged for that. Nobody complained about how much it was. It was just like, I can't buy tickets. How come I can't get in and buy a darn ticket?
But it was new and everything was pretty much working for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
You compare it to Disney.
And they told,
have relevant IPs that are popular.
yep. And they said point blank, this is all under technical rehearsal right now. Some things may not be working, but everyone knew that going into that, and they made it completely plain. But like, you don't freaking care. We just want to go. We just want to go and hang out. I mean, forget Paris. Just go to Ministry of Magic. The streets are cleaner. And they actually went to Paris and actually studied the architecture. It is crazy how detailed the Ministry of Magic is. When you see the streets of Paris, like the Montmartre section, freaking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow, Disney, it is just going to be a mess. But just go through here. You have tickets increase, the annual passes increase for Disney World. Let's see, the Sorcerer Pass did not increase, but the Pirate Pass did, and the Top Tier Pass did. Lightning Lane, of course, that went up. The extras and experiences, all of these went up. The tours, the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, the Droid Depot, I think it's like $125 now. Still better value than Savvy's Workshop. Yeah. Remember that when that was like $75?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
$129 now at the Droid Depot. 120. Parking is $35 now, standard. $55 preferred.
$35 for a friggin' motorcycle? Are they out of their friggin' skull?
$40 for oversized vehicle. Basically, got an RV or something like that. Yeah, it is an absolute mess. Thanks for subscribing. And Knox are us. Hello and thank you. Scrooge McDuck would be charging these prices. No, Scrooge McDuck, he would want a return on his investment. Like, yeah, I charge X, Y, and Z, but guess what? Look at all this stuff you get. Look at how you can't get it. He sells it. It's like you can't get an experience like this anywhere else. Shoot. It's like Mr. Krabs be running out saying, I'm losing money. What are you doing? You're burning me money. This is nuts. The pretzels are like $8. Actually, $8.50. And those pretzels are made in Pennsylvania, not in Florida.
So
not even made here.
Frozen. So they are shipped frozen and they just pop them in an oven.
I don't know if they're frozen or if they're sent fresh every day, but the pretzels themselves are made in Pennsylvania. They're the same texture. And my Philly people will know this. Yeah, Dylan, the Philly pretzels that you get that they would sell, and you buy them off the street or you go to the Philadelphia Pretzel Factory. Yes, that is where they buy their pretzels from. You taste these pretzels and you will immediately be reminded, yes, the Pennsylvania Dutch soft, yes. Even the ones in Germany are done.
Yeah, they're the same here.
Yeah, Going Shogi says definitely.
I'm not a fan of them, honestly.
I love the Philly pretzels. Of course, when we get them in Philly, they're fresh. So they're really good.
They're not even fresh. It's disappointing. You go to a German bakery, you got to get there early in the morning. But after about 2 hours, they get stale and like hard.
Yeah. And that's how...
They don't really like.
Yeah, they don't have that nice, lofty taste, which is why, usually in Philly, they're done fresh and they rotate them out, especially if you go to the sports arenas and everything. But yeah, Philly pretzels are iconic. So when I had one at Disney, I'm like, why does this taste like Philly pretzel?
Because it is.
Because it is. Yeah, because it is. They'll make them. They make them in Pennsylvania. Go watch Clownfish TV. They'll tell you the same thing. Neon's like, sorry to burst your bubble, but Disney pretzels are made in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, just don't eat them at the end of the night. They make me sick if I eat one at the end of the night.
As long as they're not made in China.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. Oh my gosh. Dylan says, oh man, now I'm hungry. Dude, I would love to have a Philly soft pretzel right now. For real. Well, let's skip on over to Universal news for the latter part of the show. Holidays at Universal. Yes, I always hype this up. Christmas at Universal is insane, and I love it. You can get to meet the Grinch. It can be a wait of up to 2 hours, but it is worth the wait. People will wait there. They will wait to meet the Grinch. And if you've ever seen the Hula Day Spectacular, the only thing more popular than Max the dog, because Max is a real dog and his trainer's right there is a real dog, is Dude Who's the Grinch. It's insanely good. So they have, let's see, of course, they have the seasonal treats, sweets and treats. So if you go to City Walk, it's all swagged out for Christmas. The Red Coconut Club, decorated completely for Christmas. It's amazing. The seasonal merchandise. You've got the tribute store for Christmas, which is insane. There's Earl the Squirrel. Usually he'll be out for meet and greets and all that. So you can meet him. They have, of course, Hogwarts Castle swagged out for Christmas. Because as you know, one of the big things in every Harry Potter book and movie is Christmas time. So it's just absolutely freaking amazing. I haven't done New Year's Eve because in Orlando, I don't go anywhere near these parks.
No, we stay home.
I've done it
too.
The closest.
I was insane, but I did it.
Insane. Dude, the closest thing I did was I got a room at the Dockside Resort, one of the rooms up on the high floors. And around 10 o'clock, that's when the fireworks started going off. But at midnight, you had the fireworks from SeaWorld. You had the fireworks from Universal. You had the fireworks from the city of Orlando. You had the fireworks up in Altamont Springs.
It was like a war zone.
Yes, every year. That is exactly what it looks like because of all the fireworks going on. Not to mention people setting off illegal fireworks at their own house. That's a little different, but yeah, literally. That's what it looks like. So they have the holiday tour, which I'm hoping I can do this year. So you get the meet and greet with the Grinch. You get a reserved seating for the Christmas Hula Day Spectacular, which is an amazing show. Music by Mannheim Steamroller. You got to check that out. They've got the Grinch and Friends Character Breakfast. This is crazy popular. That's only $58.99 plus tax. For adults, $32.99 plus tax. For kids 3 to 9. So very, very affordable. It's a lot of fun. They even have roast beast. Yes.
Roast beast.
They have roast beast. There's a roast beast sandwich, and I had it.
Was it good?
It was good. It was good. It was good. It was so good. Plus, you also have to remember, if you're a Universal guest, you get access to one of the select parks. Usually it's Islands of Adventure an hour before everyone else. Usually it's Universal hotel guests and pass holders. I think the top 2 levels of pass holders, Premier and Preferred. You get in an hour before anyone else. Hey, Demonjanai, how you doing? Good seeing you, my dear. Gotta go check out the Modernized channel for sure. He himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. Yes, there's a roast beast sandwich. They serve it at Circus McGurkus, which is a which is yes, like the book Circus McGurkus. You go in there, it looks like a circus in there. It looks like you just walked into the Dr. Seuss book, and it's awesome. They even have the Who's walking around Seuss Land
I love that.
for Christmas. It's so cool how they do that. It is so much fun. But not only just at Universal at Islands of Adventure in the Studios, but Epic Universe is supposed to be getting some Christmas touches too, most notably Ministry of Magic.
Oh,
That's gonna be dope.
yeah. It better be good because
You know it will be.
Yeah.
Highland Park will be disappointing.
It better be decorated nice. It just saying.
Can you imagine? I don't think they're going to do it for Super Nintendo World, what I heard, but we'll wait and see. Go look up on YouTube Universal Studios Japan to see what they have for Super Nintendo World at Christmas. I hope they do it because I want to see the tree, the little wishing star up on the top. But can you imagine at trying to see if I can find a picture of Ministry of Magic. But if you go to the Ministry of Magic and you go there, imagine Christmas in Paris in the 1920s.
That could be cool.
They better do that right. They better do it. They could do it, and it would look so pretty. It would look so gorgeous. So I'll keep my eyes peeled for what's going on. So they are going to be doing something for Christmas. Maybe I can actually get there on New Year's Eve. I don't know. We shall have to see. But I would love to see this. This Epic Universe, this park is amazing. Although, Tom, I heard you ran into a little bit of an issue last time you went to Epic this week.
Oh, you mean 2 days ago?
Yeah, you did go.
Yeah. Kind of got there at park open. Got to Harry Potter Land with my brother and my sister-in-law and my wife. We got there and there was already a line going outside for the ministry because they didn't technically opening it up till 10 o'clock. We were there at 9:48. So we were on a line. The line said 150 minutes. Okay. So we figured that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was like, let's do that. We can do that. They're like, let's bang this out. And they also had a sign that said, the Ministry of Magic will be closing earlier today. We'll be closing early today when you first walk in. Okay. So, and then you see 120 minutes. So my brother and my sister were like, okay, let's do that. I want to do this ride.
Right.
I was there 3 times before and I still didn't get a chance to go actually ride the ride, but you know, I went through the queue, most of it. So we all went 3 hours. Finally got up. Did you know there's a courtyard that actually when if you're inside the flue
Mm-hmm.
and then back, you know, back out to kind of like what they have over in the other lands where you're like underneath fans. You're covered, but you're out in the heat again.
Yeah.
And then you go back inside. Then we got through the flume part where you go to the main thing.
The flue.
You know how you just walk in, it's usually open and you can just walk around?
Yeah.
No, it was all mazed. It was all mazed. You had the mazed. You couldn't walk around freely until you were leaving. So you were mazed. So you're still there. So you get to that part, you go to that part, so you're still waiting. Then you get going more. At this point, we're at 4.5 hours.
Damn.
Okay.
Jeez.
No announcements that the ride was down. or was just opened. Everything was kind of garbled and
Oh
not
my
done.
gosh.
Um,
That is nuts.
it was crazy. And then we're like, okay, how do I say this without being really bad? I'm trying to be nice.
Oh, just be completely honest, man.
Well, I'm honest, we were starting to get pissed. Okay.
Mhm.
And then we're by this other line. All of a sudden we see a bunch more people coming by. The fast pass through one thing. We were on a regular,
Right.
the express pass. And well, 5 hours in, they opened up the single rider line when they still had hours upon hours of people sitting in the queue.
What?
Oh, that is not good.
No, that was nice. And then there was a one of the team members there, and I'm like, hey, what's up with this? Why is it taking? She goes, oh, we only have half our vehicles on the tracks.
Oh my gosh. Why?
And I'm just like, well, wait a second. You're telling, I'm like, well, how many is half? We have 8.
Yeah.
So apparently they have 16. I don't know if that's true or not, So when we got up to that room, we got up to a whole bunch of places like that. Where at this point, my brother's absolutely beyond pissed.
Mhm.
That ride could have been the greatest ride in the world. But we were committed to it at that point because we spent so much time. There was no communication by the guests. You couldn't hear nothing. Like when you're in Monsters and it goes down, you could hear them. They stopped the
Mhm.
music and say, "No, you didn't hear. It wasn't clear. There was no
Right.
communications."
Jeez.
So we went. We finally got on a ride,
Mhm.
and it was okay. It took the fun out of it because of that.
That's
You know, I mean, it was a good ride. The screens, the animatronics makes it good
Mhm.
ride. Yeah, man, we're talking about Battle of the Ministry. And it was a waste of a whole day, half the day in the park. So now they couldn't go do the little things in the lands to see the stuff, like do the
Mhm.
wand stuff, do the things in Mario. So we went to the concierge and we talked to
Yeah.
them, and they gave us some free fast passes to get on the things, 3 of them each to us.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay,
They at least compensated you in some way.
yeah, but that wasn't enough because you still had to hurry up through the whole rest of it. You had 4 hours left to go do the rest of this park. LaReina, how possible is that?
It
Mm,
is not.
that's a
Okay,
big
you're going to go ride some rides. You're not going to see the gift shops. You're not going to see some stuff. Forget about getting in line for a show.
Oh, yeah, forget that.
Okay. So, we did the park, did everything. My brother calmed down a little bit. We rushed. We went to that French cafe, and we rushed there. The one you were
Mhm.
talking about. We ate because we were starving. By the way, we didn't eat yet, and we were in the line all that time. Okay, if we didn't have some like little snacks with us, just like um, munchies, we would
Mhm.
have had nothing. And you couldn't even find a cast member, a team member. Stop, gotta call them that. Until you got to like where the flume was again. It's like there was nobody in that the whole part until you got where you went to the flume. And then when you went past that again, you seen a couple of them. Then when you're in this line, you couldn't. It was gone. It was crazy. I believe it's mismanaged on the way they're doing that. They flat out lied on the time
Mhm.
from 150 minutes to 6 hours almost.
That is
That's
inexcusable.
And I was sending you pictures. They're all
Yeah.
time stamped. You could tell how long I was there. I was specifically, I mean, I had enough time to sit there and play with my AI and take pictures of the posters and know what just to make them. It was ridiculous. You shouldn't be there that long.
No, you really shouldn't. And what they should have done is shut that thing down.
Yep.
Because when and I think it was a vlog or a member video. During the preview, we went over to Donkey Kong Country, the mine carts. And they had started it up, but then they shut it down. Like our wait went from like 1 hour to I think like almost 2.5. But we kept hearing announcements about what they were doing. They were putting more tracks, more carts on the tracks. And, hey, we have to test the carts, what's going on the track. So we kept getting a lot of feedback about what was happening and what was going on. But also when we were in the queue, especially if you had, where it is, like one of these power-up bands,
Yeah.
there were all of these things that you could do in the line at the same time. So you had these do all kinds of effects and stuff like that. So when it finally came back up, I think it took us like 2 hours or something like that. Then it was just going like this. But the thing is, they kept
that wasn't moving
informed.
fast. And you know how we went on the Monsters Unchained when we did the preview?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were able to ride that 2 times after this fiasco. Okay.
Jeez.
We got there. It said 15-minute wait. We used the fast pass anyway just to get past to see the different queues. The second time I went back, we didn't use the fast pass. It was just on. And I was talking to one of the people there, and they got everything going. They had communication. They had everything going. It's like that team that was running that was doing that really well compared to what was going on in Battle Ministry. Then my brother and my sister-in-law wanted to go ride Stardust Racers again at night. They kind of did it in the rain. It was hilarious because they couldn't see nothing because they were getting pelted with the rain. That's great. So I was like, yeah, how was that? So we were talking to this nice gentleman at one of the bar things. We were sitting there, we had some Cokes and just hung out. Oh, by the way, another issue. There's no friggin' chairs. I'm going to bring that up next.
Wow.
We're
That's right.
talking to the guy, and he was like, hey, I switched over from Universal Studios to here, and I shouldn't have done it. And he was talking about managing the people running Monsters versus the Battle of Ministry, and he says, yeah, it's an issue. They're not doing it. That they need to work on that. He brought that up. On the subject of chairs, after we got done with Monsters, before we went to Stardust, we went to the Burning Blade Tavern. Okay, remember all those nice chairs, and they had enough places to sit, and everything was like real cozy.
Yeah.
They had four tables.
I'm sorry, in the whole place?
Yeah.
Dude, what is Universal doing? What is going on?
We were like, what the hell? Okay, maybe they're redesigning something, maybe they're doing something, whatever. So then we went over to that bar area. As I said, we went to Stardust Racers, and I'm standing there. I'm like, why is there no seats here? He goes, we have 7, and people are using them. He goes, I've been asking for them. They took them away. They haven't told me. And I was like, why? He goes, we don't know. I'm like, okay, this is kind of crazy. It's like, are they worried about storms? What's the reasoning? And the bartender kind of hinted. He goes, we're not as busy as we thought we'd be at the bar areas. So I'm like, so that's a reason to remove seats? Something's weird. And I thought I'd bring that to your attention, but so yeah, we got home, we did the park, we stayed to 10. My brother was still upset. He's like, there's so much stuff I wanted to see. I didn't get to see shops, I didn't get to see things. My sister-in-law was looking forward to this. So we called customer service, and they gave us a half-day comp, 3 p.m. on ticket for all of us to go in. So, by the way, I was in there that day on my comp ticket from when I was there with Barry, because everything was down and he couldn't do nothing. And that park was only open to 7 that day, if you remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So everything was down. So it was a comp ticket. So at first they didn't want to give me the comp. I'm like, hey, what happened? You know, and I said, listen, I just used the comp for the comp, and we got stuck in this for that long a time, and it's ridiculous. So they did it. They worked on us. And
Mhm.
Zam Waters, yeah, it is odd. They used to have plenty of seating in the Burning Blade Tavern. Me and LaReina were in there a couple of times, and it was shocking that they were gone, totally gone. And that was just this, you know. Again, I am going again this week with them.
Mhm.
I am going to go check on a couple of those things again. No, I'm not writing Battle of the Ministry again. This is going to be looking around, checking things. We're not doing rides this time. We're going to probably try to do a show, or both shows that we want to check out. And yeah, and here's the shocker: I had more fun riding Mario Kart than I did at Battle of the Ministry.
You know,
Gee.
I honestly think, and this is just me. Usually, when you have something like the park open, you've got like the A team kind of transitioning things with what's going on, and then they eventually transition it to, I call them ops, the people who are going to be running it day to day. So it seems like some teams are on it, and others, like at the Battle of Ministry, they are not on it, and they need to fix that because that is the top. I want to say the top. This outside of Super Nintendo World, which is a different audience whatsoever.
Yeah.
Battle of the Ministry, that ride, they struggled to get that online. Then they had all kinds of issues, so they had to, you know, not take any of the we'll call them fast pass reservations. So they literally had to shut down and like test it for like over a week to 2 weeks to find out what the heck was going on with it. And then finally bring it back up. 6 hour wait is ridiculous. That is inexcusable. They should have shut that sucker down or basically cut the line, pretty much is what they should have done. And get the people through there that were already there instead of opening up the single writers and and all of that. It's a darn shame it's not stable yet.
It's shame. It is a good ride. It is not worth that amount of time waiting. Not for what they're charging $150, $157 for a non-Florida ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to go. That is just an abundant waste of your park goers' time. That's trying to see the rest of it, and just a big pie in your face type of queue management. Being that the ride wasn't even open when we got there, and it was
Mhm.
still that long, and you had a sign up that said, I forgot about this. They didn't close the ride till 8 o'clock. That's when it said at capacity and no more riders are allowed. So it's closing early today, signs up all over the place, but it didn't close at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, Universal, y'all need to fix this.
Yeah.
You really, really do need to fix this.
It's gorgeous queue.
Yeah,
It's-
the queue is
They
beautiful.
they do have water in the line and everything else. They have other
Mhm.
things that you can get. You can get to the child swap area in the room.
Mm-hmm. But that is just that's inexcusable for a ride of this is like the
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, and what the part was, we were left in the dark. You know,
You couldn't even make an informed decision. Like, oh, you know
yeah,
what?
it's like, do we want to leave and come back? If we would have known they were open to single utter line, we would have just jumped out, did some other stuff, came back and did that.
yeah, that's ridiculous. Like I
And
said with
they wanted to go use the wands. They wanted to go to the Tunnel Land, use the power up bands. They took all that time that we would have been in the park spending other money, getting a wand,
mm-hmm.
getting power bands, 2 power bands for my brother and my sister-in-law.
Yeah, because it's not
Eating
a
other food,
Mhm.
munching other stuff.
Mhm.
We would have had, they wanted to check out Pizza Moon on the inside. They wanted to go into Oak and Star Tower, see all these different things. We wanted to go into the Grand Helios and go to that bar on the top of it and check out the view up there. None of that was done. Now, yes, they gave us that half-day ticket. Honestly, they should have gave them a full-day ticket.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
think it's a 2-day park by itself. It is not a 1-day park from where
Yeah.
I
And
am.
the thing is, he
Not.
would have spent less money if he got that the 3-park deal.
Mhm.
with the hopper to go in between aisles of it there. But he's like, we can go there anytime. It doesn't, and he wanted to, Joey wanted my sister-in-law wanted to do Epic. I felt so bad for them that they got stuck in that ride. I mean,
6
she
hours.
she was sitting there, her back was hurt, and Linda was upset, and it was just crap that they did that.
Ah,
It's like they need better communication.
I agree, especially with the attraction like that. Just, you don't want to leave your guests in the dark. If you keep them
Nope.
informed about what's going on, yeah, some of them get upset, but at least they're kind of being, informed as opposed to being left in the dark. Learn from the Donkey Kong country ride, all right? I'm just saying. Fanny Willis Booty for another $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Here we go. Thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate that. LaReina, I love Disney, and I know you love Disney, and so do I. But if I go to Disney, I just go to stroll. It's getting to a point where my little sister and me are over Disney. And I understand that sentiment because remember when I would go to the park and I'm just like, man, there's walls everywhere. This is blocked off. That's blocked off. Yeah, it's very tough. There's the things that I love and stuff where it's just like those portable hedges ain't fooling nobody. Okay. Not fooling anyone whatsoever. We know, there's stuff going on. There's nothing like going down towards the castle and looking to the left and you see this big, huge construction crane that's sticking out like nowhere. It's not good show. So thank you, Fanny Spillis Booty, for that. I sure do appreciate that $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Zen Water says I got stuck for nearly 2 hours in the Donkey Kong cart ride because it went down and because of weather. Yeah, the weather is the one thing they cannot control. Although, like we tell people here, if you're visiting Florida, anything that you have planned to do between 2 o'clock and 6, you may want to do it inside during the summer because of the rains and everything that happens. And again, just like Tom was saying, Epic Universe is a huge freaking park.
Yeah.
Huge park. You cannot do every land to the fullest in one day. You literally have to make a decision when you get there. Either you're starting a Super Nintendo World or you're starting over at the Ministry of Magic. That's the time suck that you're gonna get, you're gonna get into. But 6
But it
hours.
shouldn't be that extreme. I figured 3 hours, LaReina, would have been okay. Something
Yeah,
happened. 3 hours is fine.
6 hours. I couldn't believe it when you told me you were still in line. I'm like,
Oh, I was sending you
still in
stuff.
line?
Yeah.
That's over half your day. I mean, if
Yes,
you spend
exactly.
8 hours in any theme park, that is inexcusable for the entire industry. That would have
Absolutely.
raised all kinds of hell.
I hope when you
you
get
know
that
what?
survey, you let
I
him have
kind of had to, let my brother. When he gets quiet, that means he's pissed.
it. Mm-hmm.
I
get
can,
it.
I'm
Okay,
like that
so
too.
we're staying there and we're trying to do this, and the one cast member who was helping us was good. She was okay, but she didn't have. I was like, "Hey, listen, can't you do more than this?" No, I really can't. So we had to bring it up to the phone call. At that point, I'm like, "Hey, bro, let's go, continue on our way. Otherwise, we'll be out here for a while." And
Mm-hmm.
I rather usually get to see some stuff and do things. So we concentrated on the rides, which we hurried. But I can see, my sister-in-law was a big Nintendo fan. That was her thing growing up, and she's like, "I want to do more in this world, but I don't have time
Mm-hmm.
to do it." So we're going to be doing it.
And that's a shame because she probably didn't get to, the Yoshi attraction. You got to go to the
Nope.
Yoshi Snack Shack. You got to get the Power Up Band, and you have to go. And
Gotta go
not
to
only
Toad
just
School.
the stuff
Yeah.
that's outside, but there's other little hidden caverns and mini games to go through.
Yeah.
In there. That's like mandatory 4 hours. You're being in Super Nintendo World. for
Yeah.
the most part. But 6 hours, that is ridiculous. I certainly hope that when you get that survey,
Oh, I'm waiting for that. I've been looking for that email. Oh yeah.
it's like bring it, you know. Totally
I'm
bring it.
probably going to get a call or get banned.
No, you won't get
I
banned.
don't think you get
They're
banned.
good about constructive criticism, and
Mhm.
they're probably aware of their own problems. But the more you poke, then the faster they'll get their crap together.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease. I know from what I know from behind the scenes.
Oh, and another
Universal,
thing.
yeah, they're paying attention to that. So
Since they gave us Fast Pass, guess what? 2 rides those Fast Pass won't work on.
Mario Kart.
Minecart Madness and Battle of Ministry.
Yep. I knew it.
It's like,
I knew it.
and I talked to my brother. We walked over to Minecart Madness, and he looked at it. And he looked at the way he goes, "I don't have the time to do this."
Minecart is a new flight of passage. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Minecart.
I didn't like it that much. I didn't fit well in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just kind of liked it because we like playing Donkey Kong. We played like all the Donkey Kong
yeah.
games. Camera Girl knows all the, like all the Donkey Kong characters. And of course the interactive stuff in the line too. That's always been fun.
If I feel like if they're gonna comp you for an issue, then it needs to be a full comp ticket where
and I,
comped for any attraction, but leave those tickets reserved for these extreme cases where you guys were literally screwed out of 6 hours in a theme
and there's so many people with us. As we towards the end of the night, the guy walked up to him. He goes, "Hey, we remember you from the line." And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "We're not using their comp things. We're leaving. That my kids can't take it. Here's 2 more."
Oh wow!
And I'm just like, did they get to do? Because we were talking. Did they get to do Nintendo? And he's like, "No, we didn't have enough time. So now we got to try to book another vacation for this." And then there were some kids in line when they got to the Fora Mart. These parents weren't controlling them. It was horrendous. These kids, and they almost hit my sister-in-law in the face with a wand. The one kid's kicking people and doing things, and they're bunch of, and the parents are just glued to their phone.
Control your badass kids.
I at the point I was calling them semen demons.
Now, Universal, I know you watch my channel, so y'all need to fix this. Okay, you need to fix it. I mean, you can't really control the stupid parents with their demon seed kids, but
at 5 hours, those kids were gone. I can't blame them, but
like we're losing it. But speaking of losing it, the last thing I want to show you guys here again, we have attorney Ben Crump. All right. The notorious, ambulance chaser attorney, okay, usually takes these high profile cases and turns it into a freaking media circus. Now, do you all remember that lady who said she got hurt on Stardust Racers and that sucker got settled out of court real fast?
Yeah.
Okay. That lady had a Florida lawyer. Okay. So he knows how it works down here. As far as I know, to my knowledge, an official lawsuit has not been filed.
So Crump's just being Crump.
So he's just, it's all talk, just bop, 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 bop.
Yeah, just that. This is how,
Can I tell you something about my brother's experience on Stardust Racers both times?
Sure.
He said it was smooth. Because I said, listen, I want to know how it is because you know how my neck is. I won't get on that. I just said I wouldn't get on it. And he goes, it's not going to bother you. He's like, I didn't have that type of movement. I had some zero gravity type movement and everything. He goes, I don't understand that. So, because I told him what happened with the person. So I don't think the ride is as brutal as everybody's saying.
No, it's. Oh, so go ahead, Erica.
I did some research on this, specifically in regards to spinal issues, and there is a medical explanation as to what happened to this guy. But I can tell about that later. I'm interested in what's going on now.
Okay. Yeah, no, we need to hear that because this, and I had to post this. I said, I'll just leave this right here. If these two were my attorneys, I'd fire them for looking like idiots because that's exactly what they look like. Now, this is not the whole entire press conference. If you want to watch, suffer through the whole entire press conference, you can go to Fox 35 or Orlando's website and watch the entire press conference. But this is pretty much all you need to know. So I'm going to go ahead and play. You know, I'm actually going to blow this up. I'm going to play this here.
Just so everyone is clear, yes or no, did Mr. Rodriguez Zavala have, quote, back, neck, or
No sound, Lorena.
Oh, I didn't. No sound. Oh, hold on. Give me a minute. Let me reshare. Plus, the sound is really low for some reason. Let me bring this up here, but also let me pop open the sound mixer. That sounds like really, really low. Okay.
Just so everyone is clear.
It's really low for some reason.
Mr. Rodriguez Zavala have, quote, back, neck, or similar physical conditions.
What you mean? He was fine. He was disabled, but he was.
That's what the RIDE sign says.
No,
Yes or
no,
Did
no, no.
Can I answer that?
Oh, Lord. You see how it's starting
Why was
off.
he yelling like that? What was
Well,
app that made him yell like that? Which is really unprofessional, by the way.
Let me see if I can find a better version. Okay, hold on. All right, looks like we're going to have to go to the full press conference. How does that?
Not only
Can
for
you hear
the
that?
community,
Is that
but
better?
For the tragic loss,
Yeah, I can hear it a little better. It's still low, but not as low.
ultimate disrespect to Kevin's memory.
So
do
what
this.
I'm trying to get to
Hey, they had got injured.
I
question.
can hear that better.
He trusted Universal.
Let's
Been
see.
his girlfriend.
Okay,
and
that's not the.
future.
Oh Lord, I'm looking for the
faint or
question.
something like that. And we believe that the right
That important issue. Will we get to see the video? Will they be transparent? Our family, they believe it's about the bottom line. They don't think it's about Kevin's life.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Continues
theatrics. I'm trying to see where they asked that question,
live on.
which is why they had the quote. Sorry, I'm sorry. This is so darn bad. But what the question that was asked by someone in the press was, there was all this signage. Dude had an existing spinal condition. Why did he still get on that attraction knowing he had that disability? So I'm paraphrasing. That's what some member of the press asked. And because they did that, I guess Crump didn't have an answer. So this is where he kind of went back. No. It's like, no.
Like that's no excuse for his death.
Mhm. Exactly.
He was
Ridiculous.
fine. He was disabled, but
Yes.
Sorry. No, he was not fine. I'm sorry. Holy. I'm gonna like stop.
Yes, that's exactly what he did. He completely crashed out with this because they asked him a very easy question.
They asked the right question. He didn't like it.
He didn't like that. Yeah, needs a Law and Order bum sound. Yeah, I mean, you can, if he was, let's put it this way, if he was a super shark attorney, his face wouldn't have even changed. Would not have even changed. It's obvious dude took this freaking personal. What do you mean he was disabled? He was fine. I mean,
fine. He was disabled, but he was.
That's what the RIDE sign says.
yes, that's what the RIDE sign said.
No.
So he's arguing with the fact that the signage was there and playing, and I've read it. Tom's read it. It's very prominent before you even get on the darn attraction what it is. So it's obvious he doesn't like the fact that they're just like, dude, all that signage, and he went and wrote anyway.
Yeah, can I answer that?
So
that's
apparently, dude got so flummoxed they had to bring in the other attorney to talk. So here's what she said. I think this made it worse, not better.
People are asking that, and knowing that he was in a wheelchair, that means that that was so vague that it was not a clear warning. So
Tom, did that warning seem pretty clear to you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but how specific do theme parks have to be before you just have a reality check with yourself? And just admit that clearly this isn't for me as much as I want to go on it and it sucks, but
Dylan,
I want to die.
I don't think he wrote it. I don't think he wrote it before. They said it was the first time. That's a falsehood.
I heard it was
that was his first time writing it.
I heard that wasn't his first time writing it.
He had wrote it multiple times that day.
Yeah, he did.
Really?
He wrote it multiple times, which is why they're trying to say, well, if he wrote it those particular times and nothing happened to him, why did something happen to him this time? It's like, because he lucked out those other times. It's like working out at a gym. Okay, you sign up for a gym membership. They're basically saying you sign this contract, you are working out at your own risk. So if you have some kind of degenerative disease or whatever, and you work out, and God forbid you happen to drop dead, we warned you. There's nothing that we had, the equipment worked properly the way that it was. It just, it was not for you. You can't blame the gym for that. So this is their equivalent of trying to blame the gym for injuring, yeeting their client, killing their client, when the fact is the client had a condition that they knew about that made that, that type of exercise not conducive, to him. And yeah, he lucked out. And that's another thing people don't understand with riding these coasters, how intense they are, especially when your body's trying to get back to certain, equilibrium. It does take a toll on you. And the family said he wasn't feeling well that day. Yeah, and that's not good.
He wasn't feeling well that day, and he wrote it how many times that day?
I forget how many times that day. I know he's written it previously a couple times. He wrote it that day. The Winter Soldier says, then ride it only 5 times and you will not die. Yeah, before the 6th one. It's the signage is so obvious. And it's exactly the same thing that you've seen even at Disney. There's right there in your face. Who shouldn't ride? Neck, weak neck, back, claustrophobia. They run through the whole darn rigmarole.
It's horrible that he passed, but for this vulture to do what he's doing, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, wheelchair without access to his legs. Yeah, that's another issue. You don't have that extra weight, especially if you're like an amputee, especially where that restraint is. You don't have the downward force from, your appendages. That's an issue. Especially when you have a degenerative disease, because your spine is not as hardy as someone who doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Ride 3 times and then take a break, take a nap, eat a sandwich, drink water. I mean, I'm a crazy coaster fan, but there's no way I'd do a coaster one after the other, after the ride, after the other, after the other. I mean,
So
There have been some coasters where they were like, want to go again? Yeah, okay. But it wasn't like a thrill coaster.
You know, like we did on Monsters, it's not intense on your body like that.
So here's a little bit of a breakdown or more of a deep dive. Because from my understanding is that he had a spinal atrophy condition. So here's kind of going into a deep dive here. It's almost called always by mutation this is getting a bit medical here. In the SMNI gene, survivor motor neuron 1. This gene produces a protein that keeps motor neurons healthy. Without enough of it, those neurons die off, leading to muscle weakness and wasting. So the effects. SMA primarily affects voluntary muscles, things like walking, swallowing, and even breathing in severe cases. There's different types. There's type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. So type 1 is, it'll appear in infancy when they're babies. It's the most severe and can also affect breathing and swallowing early on. Type 2, usually diagnosed between 6 to 18 months. Kids can sit, but often can't stand or walk independently. Type 3 is milder, begins in childhood or adolescence. People can walk, but may lose that ability over time. And then type 4 is diagnosed as an adult. Usually mild, gradual muscle weakness over many years. Symptoms are muscle weakness, especially in the legs and hips, poor muscle tone, floppy baby appearance in infants, difficulty breathing, swallowing, or holding up the head in severe cases, progressive muscle loss. Treatment. There's no outright cure, but modern medicine has dramatically changed outcomes. Gene therapy, some other kind of therapies. So in short, spinal muscular atrophy is a condition where the nerves that control muscles gradually die off, causing weakness and muscle wasting. So to go a little deeper, here. Okay, so this kind of muscle weakness with intense forces. When you're on a mega coaster, think 3 to 5 G forces. Your neck, spine, and trunk muscles have to work hard to stabilize your body, especially your head and upper spine. But in someone with SMA, the spinal muscles are weakened, so the body can't hold posture properly against those forces. The motor neurons that tell those muscles to contract are damaged or missing, so reaction time and control are reduced. The result, the head can whip around, the spine can jolt, and even normal coaster motions can cause strain, subluxations, or small spinal injuries. Specific dangers, neck and spinal trauma, sudden acceleration and deacceleration like launches or drops can pull a weakened neck muscles, risking injury to the cervical spine. Even with a headrest, the spine itself absorbs the G-force, and a person with muscle atrophy doesn't have the same protection from those forces. Respiratory compromise. SMA often weakens the chest wall and diaphragm. On a coaster, when you hit high G forces, it's hard for even healthy people to breathe. So for someone with weakened breathing muscles, that can cause temporary breathing, holding, or distress. Joint or soft tissue injuries. The sudden jerking and restraint pressure, shoulder bars, lap bars can bruise or even dislocate weakened joints, particularly shoulders, hips, and knees. Spinal instability. In more severe and untreated SMA, the spine may already be curved, scoliosis. That curvature plus extreme motion could worsen alignment and or compress nerves. Wow. So let's see here. There was one extreme.
This guy doing the lawsuit should have went back in time and go after Action Park.
I had asked it to. Okay, so what would cause death in such a case? I went deep with this because I really wanted. Well, I like medical stuff anyway, so it's just kind of like, okay, a person with SMA went on a large, high-intensity roller coaster. There are several ways that ride could, in the worst case, trigger a fatal chain reaction depending on the severity of their condition. So let's break it down. neck or spinal cord injury. Because SMA weakens the muscles that hold the head and spine steady, the violent back and forth whip motion of a coaster could snap or severely strain the neck, compress or damage the spinal cord itself, especially if the spine is already curved, common in SMA. If the spinal cord injury happens high up in the cervical spine, that can cut off nerve signals to the diaphragm and heart, leading to instant respiratory arrest or cardiac failure. This one's the most immediate and catastrophic risks. Respiratory collapse. So people with SMA often have weak chest and diaphragm muscles. During high G forces, it becomes very difficult to expand the lungs. The diaphragm can lock under pressure. If the person already has compromised breathing strength, that can cause suffocation or oxygen deprivation within seconds. Even if not immediate, it could trigger respiratory distress after the ride, which can spiral quickly if emergency support isn't on hand. Cardiac and autonomic failure, extreme fear, rapid acceleration, or oxygen deprivation can overload the autonomic nervous system, which controls heart rate and blood pressure. And someone whose body is already weak, this can cause heart rhythm disturbances, arrhythmia, sudden cardiac arrest. Brain injury from G forces. Mega coasters can hit 4 to 6 Gs on turns and drops. That kind of force can make the brain shift slightly inside the skull. Normally, your neck and shoulder muscles help stabilize it. In SMA, where those muscles are weaker, this can cause small brain bleeds, concussions, in extreme cases, brainstem trauma, which controls breathing and heartbeat. Secondary complications afterward. Even if the person survives the ride, the aftermath can be dangerous. Swelling of the spine and neck tissues, delayed respiratory distress from muscle exhaustion, aspiration, choking on saliva or mucus if the muscles are fatigued. So, wow. It's this condition, this disability is nothing to laugh at. This is a serious condition. Nope. So to sit here and downplay it like, oh, he had a disability, but he was healthy. No, he's not, which is why he's disabled.
You know what, Dan? That's right. Velocicoaster is faster than Stardust. I didn't get a chance to ride Stardust, but I think Stardust top speed is 64 miles per hour. Velocicoaster is 74.
But it's not about speed when you're talking G forces, when it's the twist, it's the turn, it's the
Oh yeah, I was just answering Dan's question.
Yeah, but some people have,
yeah, go ahead.
It's all in the coaster science, where but yeah, I mean, it would have been a death trap even had he gone on any coaster. But there was a report, was it over on one of the what Marvin likes to call them, the Main Street media. Get it? Main Street Disney.
Yeah.
Let's have
I like that.
I thought it was cute and very fitting. Someone had made the comment in one of those articles that, they were just shocked that Stardust Racers, accelerated at such high speeds of 62 miles an hour. And I'm like, okay, Montu hits 65 miles an hour. And how old is that coaster at Busch Gardens? Meanwhile, Intamin is pushing their coasters at about 74 to 75 miles per hour on their coasters. And that started with Terran. And now that's carried over to Velocicoaster. So that guy was didn't know what he was writing about.
That's just insane because, and I'm glad Dylan Soup brought this up because remember I kept talking about King Dakar and how crazy that coaster was. The crash test dummies, the necks were snapping. They were like, okay, we got to go back. They got to go back and check this. But yeah, literal breakneck speeds. Dude, imagine if this flaw suit and situation happened with Top Thrill 2 or King Dakar. King Dakar is the granddaddy of crazy ass coasters. Yeah. And that's at Six Flags. Six Flags Great Adventure.
You won't even get me on it.
Velocicoaster has a higher G-force than Stardust. I gotta try Stardust coasters because yeah, I know there's horses on a Velocicoaster, but I'm gonna let this run the rest out, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. But
Whether or not, he did not have any ongoing pain or anything like that. He has had
it's not about the pain, lady. Degenerative disease, and how do you know that? How do you know if he wasn't taking pain medication? That's neither here nor there.
And that's just it. You have good days and bad days with these diseases. But that doesn't mean that your what's going on inside of you still isn't there.
I mean, just again, the
a lifelong
theatrics.
spinal disease and disorder that was lifelong that he lived with. So there was nothing about being able to walk. There was nothing about being in a wheelchair.
This is the team y'all put on retainer.
Everyone is clear. Yes or no? Did Mr. Rodriguez Zavala have, quote, back, neck, or similar physical conditions?
So he's saying point blank, did your client have back, neck, all that injuries that the sign, the warnings asked about? Yes or no? Did he? Yes or no?
What you mean? He was fine. He was disabled.
Oh, okay. So we're back to the back. So that's the question. That's the question that they asked. But here's the other interesting thing. No official lawsuit has been filed. No injunction has been filed. And allegedly, when Trump was asked about this, it's like, oh, we didn't file an injunction because we thought that we would get our experts in there to investigate, and Universal basically said that they would let us do that. Really? Okay.
Well,
So
why would they if you haven't even filed a lawsuit to begin with? You're not giving Universal any incentive to open it up for you for that.
exactly. They did what was required by law anyway, by the state. You have access to those reports. Why would you need your quote unquote experts? And what kind of expert are you going to have? Do you have an expert from Mac Rides? Do you have an expert from OSHA? Do you have some third party? No, you freaking don't. You don't have any of that. And again, no lawsuit has been filed. And I don't know what's in the verbiage when you buy the tickets for Epic Universe. I think that if there's a suit, you have to go to arbitration. If I remember correctly, that you have to do that. So okay, you're like, you don't get a jury trial. You get you get to go to arbitration to do that. But even more so, this family, because his parents are on the right, it would piss me off beyond the heights of passivity. And yes, this is me outside looking in. This is me. I had to have someone who, unfortunately passed away because of somebody's negligence. It's exactly what it was. Did they use that GoFundMe money to retain this guy? Or did somebody else pay it? Because if you use the GoFundMe for funeral expenses, I got no problem with that. I have absolutely no problem with that. That's what it was for. But if y'all use this to retain the civil rights ambulance chaser, he's not a Florida attorney, at least from what I understand, that he's not a Florida attorney. This is what you spend your time on rather than mourning your loved one, rather than, trying to pick up the pieces and everything. That's what you do.
They don't want to take any responsibility for the medical situation, and they'd rather just point fingers and blame instead of take responsibility.
And that's
sounds
what
like for me.
Yeah. Unfortunately, your loved one took the risk for something that he loved to do. And you guys said that he loved to ride coasters. And it sounds morbid, but it's true. Unfortunately, he passed away participating in something that he loved to do.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And I don't know what got this guy, I guess, again, ambulance chasers, not accident, but seems to be theme park accidents. And he does have an office in Tallahassee and another one in Orlando. But still, he looks like an out of town lawyer, not a Florida lawyer. Yes, the family keeps pushing they can lose everything. So a little bit of advice, because public opinion is not on your side. Comcast lawyers are probably like, we're going to settle this out of court.
Look at the information I was able to pull up just on AI. Just simple medical digging, you know, and it's not opinion. That was just completely objective medical questions, you know, what could potentially happen, you know, and here's the scenario. Give me the medical, like the physiology of what's happening into the internal organs in this case. You know, it wasn't really a biased response because I didn't ask it a biased question. I genuinely wanted to know. What is the body being put through, and then add these disabilities or variables, you know, and give me something, because I'm not a doctor to know this stuff objectively off the top of my head. And that's another thing. If this does go down the pipeline into court, there's going to be medical experts weighing in. What do you think they're all going to say? Look what I just read you.
Yes, depositions are something else. Discovery is something else. That's all I'm going to say, because they find that information out. It's like, do you really want to go to court? I guess in Florida, you got to go to arbitration first, even if you do file a suit. I believe, not a lawyer. I'm just guessing.
Being they got paid already, I don't get how they could even,
No, I think, especially with public. First of all, the other thing I'm going to add, if Kevin was from out of town, I don't think this would have blown up the way that it was.
No.
His family is from Kissimmee, and if it's a part of Kissimmee that where the funeral home is, not a real rich area at all. It's not a very affluent area at all. And I just say that to say that it seems like the not so affluent are ripe to be taken advantage of. And this is what it looks like. So if I was a Comcast lawyer, be like, look, this is how much you're going to offer them. Take it or leave it. And more likely they would take it, sign that NDA, and that's the end of the story. There is no money to be made here. And whatever theatrics that Mr. Crump wanted to put on, it's very obvious, even from some local reporter asking him a point blank question, given all of the warnings and everything that was put up, and what disability your client had, should he been on there, yes or no? He couldn't even answer that question. Wanted to just dance around it. But I think, again, this is something that's going to go away much, much sooner. You know what you haven't been hearing very much about it? Stardust Racers is back open. The next thing we'll hear about is the whole issue has been settled to the satisfaction of both parties. That's it. Yeah, so that's the end of that. Are we reacting to the full Wonder Man trailer? There's not enough alcohol for me to do that. No, Marvel is freaking dead to me. Marvel is dead to me. Hey, Snortapoopas. Well, we're going to wrap up the show for right now. Thank you guys so much. I love hanging out with all of you. Please don't go anywhere after the end of the stream, because we are going to route you over to Sam Wolf's Life of a Military Wife channel. She is having her first live stream today at 2 p.m. Mountain, which will be 4 p.m. Eastern. So I got a little bit of time to grab some lunch before I pop over on her channel. Erica, what do you have going on, and where can people find you, my dear?
Well, I'm going to be on her stream So I'm excited for her stream. That's really it right now. I've just been tweaking my foyer display. It's almost finished. So it's literally just
Yay.
little tweaks here and there to perfect it. And it's really getting annoying now because I think I'm
Mhm.
being a perfectionist. And I got to get in that kitchen and start making popcorn.
Yes.
But I haven't really been, I need to put together that video. I do have footage of us decorating some, although I couldn't film everything because it's easier said than done to film yourself decorating. But I do need to get at least that one video edited and get that put out. But my time is tied up in cleaning and just decorating because not only is it trick-or-treating we're preparing for, but I also host a Halloween party at the house. So I'm like party planning and trick-or-treat, for the public guests, and then I got my private guests I'm entertaining. So it's like a twofold thing.
All right. Well, folks, make sure you subscribe to Erica's channel. I've got the link to her channel in the description box of the video. So make sure you are subscribed to her. Tom, what you got going on? Let folks know about. Where can they find you?
Well, right now I'm just kind of jumping your stream, jumping on to Ron's when it's on, and maybe jump on Batman's. But with the family this week, it's been a little bit slow. So I'm just trying to do it. I should have got some good B-roll yesterday. I think I got some, but I'm not sure. Whatever.
You're around. Yep. Epic rocket launches and cute doggos. Definitely. So go check out, subscribe to Tom's channel. Appreciate that. As for your girl, I always just say, what day is it? Well, tonight at 8, well, before that, I'm going to be over on Sam Will's channel for her first live stream. So you'll see me over there. 8 p.m. Eastern tonight is a watch party for a cult Halloween classic film, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So we're going to be having a watch party for that. Sage says Tom has a sick room.
Thank you, Sage.
Hi, Sage. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Welcome to Florida show. We're going to be doing a little bit of history, talking about Jean Ribault, not Ribault, Jean Ribault. And we're talking about him, the French Huguenot, who basically got slaughtered. So we're going to talk about that. Also, crazy ass Florida news, memes, videos. Make sure you vote on the poll where you get to pick exactly which crazy ass Florida man story we're going to talk about on the show. You do not want to miss that. We have an absolute blast with that. And of course, the Spice Lounge, which is going to be on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. I know things have been a little interesting with the channel. I actually officially go back to work on Monday, so schedule may change a little bit, but for right now, everything is the way that it is. I am definitely glad to be back in the land of the employed, and I'm pretty sure the U.S. government is too, so they can tax me. Taxation is theft.
I agree.
Honestly, for Disney, I get it. Well, you can see our thoughts scribbling back in the video for what we said about that. So you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, and we will see you all next time. And remember, there's cupcakes at Publix. See you later.